Hey everybody, welcome back. Before we start, I wanted to give you viewers out there a look behind the curtain. So I currently live in Anchorage, Alaska, and I used
Give him
Alaska
the
as
address.
I'm not telling, no address. Uh, I used Alaska as inspiration to write this campaign. If you've been following along so far, you can probably understand why. Now, I do want to say something. Since we started, not before, but since we started, I have walked on a glacier. I have kayaked in a lagoon with icebergs. I have seen white rabbits with red eyes, which I had never seen before, and that's after we started the campaign. I've had some bear encounters, which I hadn't had before. So all I'm gonna say is, if you guys see on the news that Anchorage or Alaska was attacked by a giant dragon, it's not my fault.
Sure.
I'll
It's
be
not my
there.
fault.
Sure.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to RERole. I'm Colby, and tonight I will be your GM as we embark on the final session in my 4-session mini arc within our Daggerheart series. And I gotta say, it's been a blast. If you've watched this far, I hope you're all as amped as I am for tonight, because these boys are about to face the repercussions of waking a dragon from its slumber. But first, let's quickly recap how we got here. Oz, Cindrix, and Evander took the walk into the Maw, shifting them to a realm stuck in a tundra ice age. They were found by a goblin-like people named Threnomites, and learned that these people had realm shifted to this place about 20 years ago via science. At the time, this world was beautiful, but about 5 years ago, a dragon shifted realms and threw it into an ice age, cutting off the Threnomites' power as it did. The party also found Jeremiah, a fellow Tolneran who'd taken the walk 5 months ago with a group that included Cindrix's brother. Jeremiah was slain in battle, but with some magical items from his pack, the party and some Threnomites set off toward the glacier where the dragon lies, knowing it's the only way off the realm. Their trip included trials and tribulations, but they made it to the glacier. Then they traversed into the fortress, as the Threnomites call it, to attempt jump-starting the crystal machine that contains the Threnomites' power source. They were successful, igniting the machine and reintegrating Threnomite magic into the world. When they did this, 4 things happened. The communication barrier was lifted. Oz felt the God of Midnight pulling him towards something. Cindrix felt his ring, the one containing his brother's scale, pulling him towards something. And lastly, the fortress shook as the dragon, woken from its slumber, roared. So now this group is in the underground crystal machine room, having just heard the dragon's cry. And that's where we will begin tonight's session.
You guys think that was the dragon?
Well,
Gwen-
it could have been anything.
Gwen looks at you guys. Can you understand me now?
It
Oh,
appears
yes.
so. At least I can. I can translate if I have to.
Unnecessary, Cindrix, but thank you.
Fenric rushes over. Gwen, there wasn't time to tell you before, but we heard the dragon, the beast, sleeping in the main hall. Oh, good. Okay, that's actually the best place for us to take it head on. If we allow it to come here, it will try to freeze the crystal again. She turns towards one of the walls where there's nothing on the wall, holds out a palm. You guys see she's wearing those glove metal gauntlet things that her and Fenric had put on right before that crystal had been initiated. Actually, right after. She points it at this thing, and this yellow light forms coalesces around her palm, and then you see this bright yellow beam shoot out from her hand like a controlled lightning bolt, and it slams into the wall, ripping open a hole. Good. They still work. Are you guys coming? She looks at you 3.
Well, that's
Blade's
what we
already
came here.
drawn.
Vander's, sword is drawn. He's going to run through the hole.
Okay.
Is that the way to go?
You guys all immediately start running through this toward the main hall. The fortress rumbles again as you go. Gwen and Fenric don't bother with the doors that are frozen, instead just basically blasts holes as you guys are going. They don't care about the fortress's integrity at this moment. You guys are getting closer to where they're leading you to. And while this is happening, Oz, you feel that pull getting stronger. Cindrix, so do you. You can tell it's pulling you in the right direction. You guys make it within a couple of minutes to those huge double doors that are still left wide open. Fenric and Gwen immediately rush in.
Oh. All right, never mind. I was going to say something, but in we go.
Yeah, I was already gone.
Can I also say that right before I started running in, I have this thing with my Call of the Brave Warrior, where it says, once per long rest, before you attempt something incredibly dangerous or face off against a foe who clearly outmatches you, describe what rituals you perform or preparations you make. When you do, clear 2 stress and gain 2 hope.
Okay. Let's say
does this dragon clearly outmatch Cindrix? Is it clear?
In a one-on-one, would it be clear?
I was gonna
Does it specify who it has to be clear to?
Yeah, I was gonna mockingly say yes, but with his evasion, you just never know. This dude,
I guess
the -10 doesn't work on dragons. I'm not sure yet.
No, I would say it clearly outmatches you.
Okay.
So let's say this: before you guys rushed in, you have a moment to get yourselves together. So that way, Oz, you can do your thing, and Cindrix, you can do your thing.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're gonna have to narrate how you guys stop Evander from sprinting in, because
I don't.
While heading in, Oz will tap on Evander.
Yeah, he'll
Evander,
stop.
how are you feeling?
Honestly, I'm terrified.
Well,
We're all
that's a good
probably
place
gonna
to be.
die. These are the only people that I've ever cared about, really. And we're probably all gonna die. This is gonna be horribly painful. I always get incredibly hurt throughout this whole process. But do we have much of a choice?
How are you feeling physically? How's your armor holding up?
Oh, I'll just look down at my armor full of holes. As usual.
Physically, are you tired?
No, honestly.
All right. Good
The
to hear.
armor does look really damaged, but physically he looks like he's holding up okay.
Okay, well, good. And Cindrix, what is Cindrix doing?
Yeah.
Cindrix, while you guys were having this conversation, he was going to grab the ring that is his brother's scale from the bag. He's going to just kind of whisper to himself. It's like, Rishik, you are the only one who can save our people and bring us back together. I will save you. And then he'll draw steel, and this is when you would have turned and asked him, but at this point, look's already gone, and a single tear is rolling down his scales.
Did we hear you talking about that?
Probably not. You might have heard that go.
Yeah, okay. Just curious.
And you just turn, you see a tear.
Yeah.
Tear coming.
Oz will kind of see that. All right. Cindrix, how are you? And as Cindrix kind of marches ahead, Oz is going to pull on Evander just a little bit to pull him back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And turn to him and just... Evander, I'm asking you one thing. That boy carries the storm of the Aruvish Isles in his throat. A storm cannot be stopped, but it can be wasted. Only one thing can direct a storm, and that's a mountain. Be that mountain. Guide him to that dragon's throat. And see to it that the Aruvish storm brings in a spring.
Yes, sir.
All right.
He'll turn and
Get it,
he'll turn towards you, and he'll flip up his helmet, just revealing it to you.
Whoa.
And
hold on, I won't look.
explain.
Yep.
I won't explain anything.
I'm not
yet.
looking. You can explain it.
I'll tell you off camera. But I'll explain what you see later, and you just hear. Thanks, Oz. If we
Of course.
don't make it out of this, thank you for everything. And he's going to
Thank
flip
you.
his helmet back down and turn and rush in after Cindrix.
Let's go.
And don't worry about me. I'll bring up the rear.
Does that count, DM, GM, as a moment of soldier's bond?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's
You take
textbook
whatever you get
Soldier's
from
Bond
that.
right there.
So we're both gonna get 3 hope from that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, do it. That earned it. That was sweet. Okay, you guys all rush in, and then you come to a halt in the center of this room. There are still hundreds of frozen bodies around you guys, unmoving and dead, facing the far wall. I'm looking at you, Cindrix. Those multicolored glows in the room are far brighter now, negating the need for torches or anything like that. As if the crystals here have been influenced or heightened in power from the Threnomites reintegrating the machine. From left to right, just to remind you guys, it's red, green, blue, archway, purple, orange. Oz, you can see, only you, 2 scythes on the glass casing of the green crystal. And that pole, not a physical pole, but something tugging on your soul, is oriented directly towards it. And you remember what Jeremiah said. The green crystal is your way out. But it, like everything, is still frozen over.
Where's the green crystal?
It's red, and then green is right next to
Oh,
it.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on the far side of the wall,
I got it. Okay.
far from you.
I just thought it was a separate crystal.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then Cindrix, your ring, the one with your brother's scale, is starting to hum as its red glow has intensified. You are able to discern that it is pulling you toward that red crystal. The one whose glass casing has a large hole shattered, but it's filled over with ice.
Okay.
You guys all look around tentatively, and then you hear a rumble. You all look to the archway that splits these crystals that leads to darkness. Curling mist and drifting frost break through the darkness. Then, the dragon's head emerges. A crystalline, jagged snout, like a sculpture carved from glacier glass and old mountain ice. Its eyes glow a deep, frigid blue, like distant stars burning behind layers of winter storm. They lock onto you all, and the dragon's nostrils flare, releasing plumes of silver vapor that roll across the ground like spilled fog. You see its long, ice-scaled neck come forward, followed by a massive body and hulking legs. It seems like the torso might carry on forever from the shadows, easily 30 feet long, with massive wings tucked to its sides. But eventually its hind legs step through. Then finally, its tail, jagged and edged with daggers of ice, slithers out at last, like a weapon carried casually that could end the lives of dozens in a single moment. The dragon, full body exposed, stops far across the room from you all.
Who wakes me?
Me.
Oz will kind of step forward as he looks at Cindrix and bows.
All right, I'll
Greetings.
take a step forward.
I am Oswaz, Warden of the Coast and Shepherd of the Streams. And it is that title, Warden of the Coast, which is why I'm here today. You see, I recognize your dominance of this land. However, you are breaking natural law by preventing the coming of spring. So I must ask, politely, that you release this spell and bring spring back to this valley.
I don't care what you think. This place is mine.
And That's where wardens come in to maintain the natural order.
You see Gwen step forward. Leave this place, beast, or we will kill you. And you can tell that pisses off the dragon. Kind of like undermining whatever you were trying to do there.
Kind of. I gotta enforce it somehow.
Yeah.
It's
This
a
dragon.
less polite way of saying the same thing.
Yes, you could tell she was like getting too like her energy just burst out of her.
Yeah.
This dragon laughs low and deep.
Do you not see what I did to your people? I will do it to you all the same. And you...
He points at you, Oz, but he's talking to you three. Well, he doesn't point. Yeah, he looks at you guys. Yeah.
The
Picks
big
up an
old
arm.
icy claw.
Yeah.
I know your smell. You were like the other group who tried to end my life. Tried to take what is mine. They fought well. But I will kill you just as I killed them.
And his neck starts to rear back, and two massive wings unfurl from its sides. They look like they're made of ice with shimmering blues glowing through the flesh, like magic coursing through its thousands of little vessels in the wings. Then the beast opens its snout, revealing jagged teeth, more mineral than bone, gleaming and revealing a tongue like a strip of blue flame, flickering with cold instead of heat. It roars, the sound deafening, shaking the walls, and then it charges.
I charge right back at it.
Now, give us some details on the room, real quick.
Yeah, so this room is very large. Everything, though, even if you are on one end to the other, I would say is far distance. You guys were far from this thing. It is rapidly closing that space.
Yes.
But there's four walls. There are hundreds of these Thronomites around you that are frozen. And then those other Tolnerians that you had seen frozen as well. So they're like little barriers or whatever you want to call them all around you. And
Alright.
as this thing is like coming at you, it's just shattering these things.
How's ceiling?
Oh yeah, ceiling. Let's say the ceiling's about 50 feet tall, and
Okay.
the dragon, if it like went all the way up with its neck, it would probably hit the ceiling. This thing is
Okay.
huge, even though it's a juvenile.
Okay.
Right.
It's big.
So we don't really have to worry about it
Okay.
flying.
I think I was picturing
No.
this. too
Yeah,
small.
it's
I
not
get it.
flying.
Mhm.
Like Gwen said, it is very contained in this room.
Okay.
But this is like the only room there that it could even walk in.
Yeah. How did you get in here?
The roof's probably broken and frozen over. We don't need to get into
Yeah,
the
yeah,
details.
yeah, exactly. All right.
Okay. This thing is charging, and Evander, did you charge at it?
Oh yeah. I immediately rush to the front, shield ahead of me, and I'm gonna say, Syndrix, on me. Swing away. It won't touch you. And I'll just like plant myself in between him and Syndrix, and I will allow it to approach, expecting Syndrix to make the first move, and I'm just gonna stay glued to him.
Okay.
Hey, even better.
Yeah.
Syndrix, why don't I take you there?
Okay.
As Oz, you see Oz pop a potion, swig it real quick, and toss you the shattered glass behind him. Oh, I hate doing that. As Oz is going to initiate the tag team.
Immediately.
Beautiful.
As Oz races the sodden crook, and as it's kind of vibrating, shards of ice just kind of popping and falling off of it. As he steals himself, and the shards just float for a second, swirl into water. As a small rumble starts to come across the ground, not too noticeable with the dragon charging us. As Oz's hand raises, small shards of ice kind of trickling out of his fingertips, as the ground beneath Syndrix kind of starts to lurch. As he looks down, it's more ice than stone. As all of a sudden a shape starts to push out of the ground. As Oz will launch Syndrix forward using the towering stock. spell.
That's new.
Mm-hmm. And I will mark
Yeah,
you
what does this do?
stress to boop. Oh yeah, also the boop boop. As Oz's hand starts to take on the visage of a small icy dragon. As the ground lurches, as plants start to swirl around Cindrix, as a geyser launches up under him, pushing him forward as kelp shoots all around it. And the geyser rapidly freezes down, forming the shape of a Chinese dragon as Cindrix finds himself riding on top the head of it as it launches towards
That is sick.
the dragon as Oz pushes his palm forward and snaps it down.
That's awesome.
So is that like a damaging spell, or how does that work?
Yes, it can be.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out how this would work as a tag team. Is it a
You're writing
spellcast
it, dude.
roll?
Yeah,
Well, I know,
spellcast roll.
Oh,
I can use
I'm
it as
saying
an
like
attack,
the
but
tag team functions
Yeah.
where like we combine our damage. Or
yeah.
yes. So
Otherwise,
I'm
he
bringing
just
you
is
right
turning
to the
it into-
dragon to
Yes.
make an attack.
All right. Yeah.
As this stalk is going to
Going
shoot
for like a
up at
slash
the
across
dragon.
his
And,
face.
yeah.
Yeah. So we both roll.
Yes, we both roll. It doesn't matter. I don't have to roll. My attack critically succeeds.
Oh my
As
god.
I drank the
Oh
We'll use-
yes.
potion.
That's what it was.
We'll
Yep.
use your roll.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
does that mean I get a crit on this?
Uh,
I mean,
I,
No.
I think you still
no, we
need to roll.
decided. Yeah,
Yeah.
you still need to
You
roll.
still need to roll to see if you get it.
Which you could drink it too.
Wait, we each have one of these?
One. No, you don't.
Oh, I
Evander.
didn't. I took. What did I take? Oh, the healing.
I thought the dark smoke
I took the major
vial was.
No, you remember Dylan? You guys got the
potion or whatever.
Homit's
Mhm.
secret potion.
Homets.
Gives you a
Ah.
critical success on your next attack.
I'll
I
save
forgot.
it.
I was wondering what you
I
drank.
didn't roll a crit.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just roll normal damage.
Okay. You all, by the way, clear stress. Both gain a hope.
Yep.
They both do?
Yeah, we made that call in a previous session.
Yeah.
But just
That's
not
right.
damage.
It's a good thing I did it. So, because I rolled minimum on my actual
Oh,
roll.
thank
so,
Oh, yeah.
You guys are
well,
gonna
just
one
about.
hit.
It's technically a
one-shot
3
this.
instead of a 2.
I did 20 physical.
Okay.
All right, and I did 19 magic. You want to do physical or magic? Well, we're doing physical because you're launching at this thing.
There we go.
You're getting the most of the force of it.
You just add to my force.
Yeah.
So that's
You just
39.
make me hit
right?
it twice as hard.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't add anything to that. I don't think.
Okay. That
Also,
is-
in addition, this frozen dragon remains, so you guys can climb on it and do whatever you want. with it.
Ooh.
Okay.
How big is it?
It can reach up to far range,
Okay. Dang.
so it's
dude.
essentially just meets this dragon
Yeah.
in the middle.
It's like a
Yeah.
two dragons' heads kind
Yeah,
of.
just,
Yeah. Okay. That 39 is major damage.
Oh shoot!
So
Only.
this
Alright.
you summon this ice dragon that is slithering toward, or it's flying essentially towards it, as Cindrix is riding atop it, and this dragon that was charging you, similarly an ice dragon. You see like these two massive beasts almost meet each other at the same time, and as you meet, both jaws clamp down. You see ice shatter from yours, but then reforms as right before that Cindrix jumps and then comes down with his sword, aiming for its head, even though it moves to the side at the last seconds at its biting, so it gets it in its one of its hind or front shoulders. This thing screeches out in pain and then kind of shrugs Cindrix off, who goes to the ground right below him. And that was with hope. So you
Yep.
guys continue. You know what? No, actually, I'm gonna spend a fear because
Okay.
I don't want you just to kill this thing immediately. So immediately this thing shrugs off, and its instant reaction is to try to slam down with one of its paws at Cindrix.
So is
Joke's on him, I hold
in
my
the
sword straight
narration? Yeah. Is in the narration, I had rushed up to try to be
Yeah.
by Cindrix.
You can be by him.
So it's up to you. Yeah, I mean, like, either I rushed, because I did say I placed myself in between him. So then
Yeah.
it's just a matter of, like, did he get launched to meet me? Or
I
was
would say
still
that you
behind
also,
where he
like,
got launched?
kind of, like, kept running
I
as it
like
was
the
going.
visual of you charging forward and this
They're
dragon.
like, Cindrix, on me! And then I'm like,
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah.
No, I would say by the time he's on the ground, you have closed the distance to get to him.
Cool.
But you are both very close to this dragon now.
Sweet.
Okay, so this thing
Must
is going
suck.
to swipe down. And that is a 19 to hit.
Did you do the -10?
Mm-mm. Not this time.
Yes, that hits.
Yeah,
Okay.
that does hit. That does hit me.
Yeah.
All right. That is 17 physical damage.
I am your shield.
Yeah, I
So-
braced, but
Yeah.
then nothing hit.
Yeah, Cindrix, you brace down, and as this ice palm is coming down, you just see Evander step in with his shield up, and this thing still, like, crushes you into the ground. But then as it comes up, you're somehow still, like, barely over Cindrix as it
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
crouched
So
her
you
really
see,
low.
you see a very average-sized metallic blur rush in between you, and I do fully get knocked down to like one knee and like stab the sword in the ground, and the shield doesn't really do shit. Like it still tears through my pauldron and my arm's bleeding profusely, and I just like stand back up. But it was like kind of like a building collapsed and something got crushed next to you, but kept the weight off of you. Just
Yeah,
slightly.
yeah, exactly.
Like I fully got fucked up. But
In true Evander
yeah,
fashion.
that's right.
Oh, and I should
so
say
that's,
that-
that's
Very
physical
intuitive
damage,
with
which
physics.
means that's
Physical.
2 armor slots.
Okay. This dragon has momentum, so I gain a fear every time I successfully attack. So I gain that fear right back, and I'm going
Does it count
to
as a success if you only broke my arm and shattered my ribs?
You know, let me. What does the rule book say? Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Very
I'm
success.
going to
Must
spend
be
a
nice
fear.
dragon thing.
I'm going to spend a fear to unleash an avalanche of ice. So this thing,
What does
saying
that
that
do?
what?
What does that do?
Well,
Probably nothing.
this thing slams down on you, expecting you to be crushed, both of you, like literally smacked blood on the ground, and sees that you're not. And this thing cries out and then hits both of its front palms into the ground, and you see ice from the ceiling and then start to fall down. But it is like shards of glass. Everyone within far range must make an instinct reaction roll.
Instinct.
Eek.
Instinct.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, that's a crit when it doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh.
It might matter.
Well,
to be fair,
you're right. I
also
didn't mean it
rolled a
like
crit.
that. I didn't mean
I rolled 2
Holy
ones.
shit.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't.
Would
This
you
time,
roll?
I'm taking the hit. For
Does a crit still count as a critical success? You just don't clear a stress, or
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's
this counts as a
yeah.
success
Yeah.
on whatever the roll was.
cool. Well, I got an
Oh,
11
that's good.
total.
11? Okay. So,
What, are you a
Oz,
little dazed?
you're far enough away that you like saw this coming and you were able to kind of brace yourself but throw your back towards it.
right. Quick.
Yeah.
Under the dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So then this is just kind of like hitting you and falling off. You're okay. Cindrix, your lizard brain activates and you are like dodging some of the bigger pieces and just letting the smaller ones kind of
We'll say that
bump
I
off
helped.
of you. There you go. Yeah. Evander, you are taking some heavy blows from this thing though. You don't take any damage, but you are now vulnerable until you succeed on a strength roll. Your next round.
That's interesting because what actually happens is you see giant shards of ice start to collapse around Evander, and you see him start to get buried beneath it, and then you start to see flickering edges of his form, and you see a hand reach out, and then all of a sudden he almost looks like he like shunts or pulls himself through the rubble as he's now kind of in a superhero pose on top of the stones that were just on top, or the ice chunks that were just on top of him.
Yeah, you know
And
what's
his
crazy
form
about
starts
that?
to stop shaking.
What's crazy about that is I can spend a fear to nope that,
You can,
but I'm not going to.
Okay. Try.
By the way, this thing has relentless, so I'm not just like playing incorrectly here.
I'm just
so I
curious to see
gained.
how many relentless it has. So I'm waiting.
I
with
did
bated
gain a
breath.
fear from each failed instinct roll, so I got one of those back. But I'm going to pass it back to you guys now.
Oh, do we have a countdown die?
There are countdown die. I should have said that. There are 2. One is a 3 and one is a 4.
Okay.
And they've both been triggered once.
Okay.
Evander Cindrix is standing right next to you, and he's gonna say,
Ooh.
"You're." Continue.
Okay. No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I'll do it later.
Okay. No, actually, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay.
I'll go. I'm just kidding.
Each.
You know what? You guys both go. Just talk over each other.
Okay.
Cindrix, as you
I
were
don't actually
flying
have
over
anything to
this
say.
ice dragon, each centimeter you got closer to those crystals on the back wall, that feeling and that light on your ring is growing.
Okay. So I look over at you,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna say, Evander, you know you don't have to take every hit.
I'm
You
gonna
can
step
get out of
up
the
and I'm
way.
gonna turn shield facing the dragon in between you and the dragon.
You're too brave for your own good. You got heart, kid. And then I'm just gonna take off running away from you towards the crystal. But I'm not gonna take any action yet. That's just what I'm doing.
Are you leaving my melee range?
Technically,
I'm
was
just
wondering-
kidding. I just wanted to use it on you, but I
it
can't.
was
It
me
doesn't
testing
have
the
it.
waters a little bit. But like, I don't
Okay.
know if Vander wanted to go.
I'm certainly going to follow you if you try to run away. I'm just gonna assume
I'm
you
heading
have a
towards.
plan.
You see me heading towards the red crystal.
Now, GM,
Yes.
breakdown wise,
Yep.
us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got dragon.
Yes. Crystals behind dragon.
Our allies are back here.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yes.
like in a straight line. Crystals
Yep.
are behind the dragon.
Yes. About 20 feet behind at this point.
Syndra, fuck. Evander's having flashbacks. I have to make a
It's-
choice.
I know that's.
Close range, right?
Cindrix is
But
putting
they
you
can,
in a
they can
tough
run there
spot.
in one turn, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
But do I abandon all the squishies in order to try to help Syndrix? I think I've learned my lesson against that. Evander's going to let Syndrix run, and he's going to make a strategic couple steps back to position himself close to the squishy allies.
Okay.
All right, well. Cindrix, continue.
Yeah. Okay. I will approach this red crystal and just see what I feel at first.
Okay. The closer you get, the lighter or the stronger this hum gets, and your hand starts to almost like tingle with heat as you gain distance
I'm gonna,
towards it.
with the ring hand that I have on, I'm gonna punch the ice patch on the crystal.
Okay. Why don't you make a strength check? A strength roll.
Narratively, I'll say while he was rushing around it, just so it doesn't seem like the dragon's just letting us do whatever,
Yeah.
I will have like enough to do damage, but just like dragged my blade across its scales and like tried to gain its attention basically, and then like took a few steps, turned and like slid backwards, kind of like using the claws as like skates, just to pull it towards us.
Yes.
To try to draw its attention.
That is a 16 with fear.
Okay. So it's with fear. So, 2 things happen. 1, a D3 countdown starts. And that did trigger one of them. So, you punch this thing and you see glass splinter, but it does not break. The second thing that happens is the dragon whips its head towards you and does get something I built in. Does not require a fear. It now gets a reaction opportunity attack.
Okay.
So this thing turns towards you.
I'm rearing back for a second
And-
punch when this.
Yes. This thing immediately starts to like, and as it's coming towards you, it says, "I recognize your smell the most." He's like coming over at you, and he's going to try to bite at you with its teeth. And as it's doing this, I'm going to use an experience called Protect What Is Mine to give me a +3.
Oh my god.
That's a 17.
Yeah.
Okay. So this thing runs at you, comes down at you as you are rearing back, and smashes down onto you for 21 physical damage.
Ouch.
And not only that,
No.
a reaction of frozen scales. So when I successfully attack within very close range, also momentum, so I gain a fear from that. You are now chilled for 1 round, which just means you have disadvantage on attack rolls for 1 round. So this thing sees you and clamps down on you, trying to throw you to the side. You do manage to, well, how much? What was that? What type of damage? Or are you?
Oh, my punch.
I know I didn't give you an opportunity. Are you using an armor slot or are you taking the damage?
Oh, I used an armor slot and took it down to minor.
Okay, so you at the last second see this thing coming at you, and you kind of like do one of these and try to move out of the way, and it hits you, and I will say that was with fear. So it hits you and kind of clamps down on you, but it brushes off of your scales, leaving just a little bit of a gash around your shoulder. And then I am going to use... I'm going to pass it back to you guys.
What's the distance between us and them now?
Now, you are probably still close. The other 3 are far. Oh, and also that triggered another one of the D3 and the D4.
Okay.
I'm not going to do an action, but I'm going to glance back at Oz to see what his next move is.
You see Oz reach up at these towering dragon, the towering ice sculpture, I should probably call it. Keep confusion away.
Yeah. You could call it an ice dragon. That would be more clear.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
As these jaggedy, frozen scales kind of part, revealing the geyser beneath it as Oz sticks his hand into it, as Oz just kind of just shoots up the side of the towering stock, as it's easily climbable. So Oz just kind of swirls up and puts himself on top of it as just halfway up, technically. I imagine the thing's kind of bending, so as
like
Oz is now on top of it.
Like a...
Yeah. Classic Chinese dragon style.
Yeah.
As Oz pulls his hand out and immediately just refreezes below him, as just this ball of water forms, as Oz just flings it across the room at the dragon, as it just freezes into a swirling disc of ice.
That's awesome. Okay.
I rolled like hot trash. That's going to be a 9.
You shoot the hell out of those dice, though.
Yeah, so you do this maneuver, and this ice disc forms as it's flinging, and this dragon, out of the corner of its snake-like eye, sees this thing after attacking Syndrix, and its lizard brain activates, and it like whips back, and this thing goes across. And
That's my move.
Was that with hope or fear?
That was with fear.
Of course.
Okay.
As Oz will, as this dragon looks towards him, Oz will look down towards Syndrix and say, "Oh, by the way, I know how you and Reginald like to name those combo moves. How's Wormtide for that one?"
Ooh, Wormtide. I like it.
Oh, wait, my turn now.
So this dragon, seeing that you just attacked it, it still sees Syndrix right there trying to take what is his, but it was angered enough by your attack that it turns, takes enough movement to get within close range of you all. Which, do I need to spend a fear for that? Is that like an action?
And not if
you're
it's
all
close.
in far.
If you're just moving close.
Okay, so it moves
You're moving
close.
so that we are within close, which means you don't have
Yes.
to move too far.
Okay, so this thing kind of like mouth goes open. I'm gonna spend 2 fear, and it releases an icy whirl of breath of icy power from its mouth out at all of you except Syndrix behind him.
So
Everyone in close range now, which is all of you except he's not facing Syndrix, makes an agility reaction roll.
Good dog.
Bad.
I crit.
Oh my
I
goodness.
keep critting on my reactions though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're not gaining.
Yeah, better
You're
than-
Not getting anything from
succeeding.
it.
I
Yeah.
keep failing them and not critting.
Yeah, Evander, you're having
so
a
that's
tough
8.
go so far.
Okay. That was an 8
Yeah.
for Evander. Okay, so this ice. Oh, I guess I need to roll for them too.
To be
Ooh,
fair,
that also triggered.
Oz is like a lot higher than the rest of us, so he probably just got the edge of the cone.
Yeah.
I crit as Fenric also,
Nice.
and then succeeded as Gwen.
Sweet.
Okay, so here's what happens. This thing sends out this icy flurry. Evander, you are directly like in front of these guys. Yeah, you like put your shield up as if you're gonna block all of it, and this ice just parades
Swallows
against
me
you.
whole, yeah.
You take plus 12 magic damage, and you are restrained by the ice until you break free with a successful strength roll.
Cool.
Which I didn't make you do that before, but oh no, you got out of it. That's
Look
right.
at this thing.
But
So,
yeah,
you
as
see-
his breath goes down, Oz will just reach his hand back into the ice sculpture and then slide down the side of it.
Yes.
You see, Evander's gonna jump in front of Fenric, who critically succeeded, and pull up the shield, so that he does take the brunt of it. And you see Evander now almost fully like an ice sculpture with like the icicles
Yeah,
sticking
that's
out from behind
Yes.
him.
Yes.
And Evander is you're going to see him just like frozen in this like pretty cool position, to be fair. It wouldn't be the worst way to be forever remembered.
He'd love to draw it.
Yeah. But you see things start to shake and you see cracks start to form in the ice as he's just going to. The back of the sculpture stays intact as he never stops moving forward and just breaks out of the front of the sculpture 1 foot at a time and is just going to sprint through the sculpture at this thing narratively.
That's awesome.
Using bold presence.
Nice.
Once per rest, when I gain a condition, I can describe how my bold presence aids me in the situation and avoid gaining that condition.
Nice.
I'm a zombie, motherfucker. You can't slow me down. I'm just going to keep coming.
And I do want to say, when you were temporarily like half frozen over, it looked eerily similar to all the bodies that you saw in the room. Okay. And that was still my turn. So this thing, seeing Evander running at you, in fact, its icy whirl didn't work on any of you. It turns back towards Syndrix. I'm going to spotlight it again using Relentless. And it's going to go
Weird
back
back
to
again.
Syndrix. Yeah, who's weird back again, and it is going to try to swipe at you with a claw. That is a 15.
Yep.
Okay. So again, your arm comes back, and this thing swipes, swinging with all of its might for 23 damage. Physical.
I am going to use an armor slot to knock that down to minor.
Okay. By the way, you are chilled again. It doesn't compound, so you still have disadvantage for 1 round.
Okay, for a minute. Pretty much my next attack.
Yeah.
Essentially.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Your next attack roll. So, again, this thing swipes and you see it coming. You try to dodge, but its claws this time rake against your back. So now you have a mark from its teeth along your shoulder and a mark along your back, like 3 stripes that are now starting to break a little bit into flesh. There's some blood
checks out.
coming out.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to pass it back to you
that
guys.
one.
Before you go, Syndrix, I'm going to, since I'm still in close range, I'm just going to continue sprinting. And I'm going to run up, not slowing down. I am just going to time it so that I'm assuming Syndrix is just going to take another punch at this thing. I'm going to rush up behind him and use my action to help him. So I'll spend
Okay.
a hope to give him advantage on his next attack against this thing.
Nice. So now you have regular.
Nice.
And negates the disadvantage.
Just running in. I don't know what we're doing, but I'll help.
Yeah. He just sprints, silently, like sees everything that's happening, realizes, fuck, I tried to back up and help, and now this thing just turned and went the other way. This always happens.
Yep.
So he's gonna rush forward and just try to time it for this strike to try to hit at the same time.
Okay. Perfect. I just looked this up. So would my attack roll count against the stone?
Yes.
Like, am I getting disadvantage? Okay. Well, no, then it equals out.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to use my Warrior Hope ability. I'm going to spend 3 hope.
Mm.
It's called No Mercy, where I gain a +1 to my attack rolls until my next rest.
Wow.
And then I'm going to mark a stress to get advantage on this. And I just looked it up. Double advantage with 1 disadvantage just equals normal advantage.
Nice.
Bro, I have a whole fucking mechanic I forgot about. We're in episode 4, and you just made me realize I have like my
You have a
whole character's
you have a
mechanic
subclass?
that I forgot to use the whole time.
It's a good time to bring it out.
Dude, things are about
Well,
to be crazy.
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
No, I'm sorry that I
Okay.
even did this, but I'm just so upset. It's been 4 sessions. Okay.
Okay,
I
so
was-
just a
I was
strength.
kind of thinking of it. I realized I had no idea what your subclass was.
Yeah, it's been just stand near people. I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, that's pretty much my deal.
That is
Okay,
certainly what you've been doing.
I crit.
No way.
Hey!
Okay,
Yes, dude.
all right.
Fucking crit, dude.
So
Punching the hell out of this thing.
clear stress, gain a hope.
It's huge.
This dragon is trying to stop you with everything it has. Evander, you like rear back, and Evander, you explain how you're gonna help him with this, because I'm trying to picture how you would do it.
So basically, this is insane. I'm reading what the fuck I was supposed to be able to do this whole time, and I'm just floored. But anyway, so I rush across the room, and as he's like rearing back to punch this thing, I time it so that as he's about to make connection, I just keep my momentum and bring my shield
Yeah.
up and push his like elbow and just
Yes.
push the fist through as much as I can.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm like
not
hockey
only
checking his elbow through his fist.
Yeah. Not only. So first off, that counts as 2 triggers, which is the 3. So not only do you hit this thing and ice shatters in that hole that was already created, there's a cascading effect, and it's literally like, and this ice, the entire glass casing just shatters apart. Ice shards going to the side. So now this red crystal is completely exposed to the open air right in front of you. Also, your hand did not touch it, but now your hand is almost burning from that ring that is like encapsulating your hand in red light that is right there. And that was a crit, and I'm not going to take it away from you.
I'm gonna place my ring hand on the crystal.
Okay. So, you reach out toward this crystal. In that same moment, the dragon rears its head at you, and seeing that you're trying to take what he claims is his, you see a vibrant, bright blue light coalesce in his throat, similar to what he just attempted to do to the others, but much more power. Your fingers come inches from this crystal. The warmth and power there you can feel. But then the crystal's red light gets covered as immense blue power bursts from this dragon's mouth directly at you. The last thing you see is a beam rushing towards you. And then someone jumps in front of you. As you see this armored body of Evander trying to take this blow for you, but you can tell the power is extremely overwhelming. Within an instant, he's going to be possibly killed. And then that red light pulses through the room, and you see something else jump in front of Evander. The power ice is torrenting around you and these objects, wind and freezing temperature whipping around you guys. At first, you do think it's Evander just holding his weight, putting himself between you and certain death, but then you see a large red-scaled draconin standing over you both. His back is to you, body facing the dragon. His arms are crossed in front of him like this, taking the blunt power of this dragon like a shield as a blizzard whips around him. And finally, the expulsion of power from the dragon ends. The draconin in front of you looks up to the dragon, meeting its eyes. Not good enough. And then he draws a sword, joining the fight.
Oh, let's go. That's hype.
Oh, great.
That's
Now
good
there's
shit.
2 of them.
Also, at that exact same time, Gwen is like, "Take this for the Threnomites!" And starts shooting power at this dragon. And this dragon, where are they? There they are. that. Oh man, I rolled near the least amount she could have rolled.
Hey man.
This dragon.
Matches the Thrunomite's attempt.
Yeah, you see this like yellow beam of power hit into one of its shoulders, but then the others miss as she was too adrenaline raged shooting out at this thing, and it takes minor damage.
Yeah, damage is damage.
But it is still your guys' turns because you have not failed.
If I may, I won't attack. I'm going to let you have your moment, but I am going to become unstoppable.
There it is.
All right, explain it.
So
I haven't heard this.
just like in the heat of the battle between two of his idols, two knights of the Aruvish Isles, two slayers, you're gonna see Evander finally reach his final form as he'll step forward boldly. Even after Rishik just stepped in between and like protected them, Evander's going to step in front of Rishik now, like as if he is going to protect him. So I become unstoppable. I start a D4. After I make a damage roll that deals 1 or more HP to the target, I increase my unstoppable die. And when it would exceed the maximum value, then I remove it and I drop out of unstoppable. While I'm unstoppable, I reduce the severity of physical damage by 1 threshold.
Oh, dude.
I add the current value of the unstoppable die to all my damage rolls. And I can't be restrained or vulnerable.
Oh my god. This was a perfect time to bring this out.
Yeah, you're going Super Saiyan right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So the music plays and he just takes like a few steps, in front.
Yeah.
And just like a phalanx brings up the shield next to Rishik, taking his rightful place half the size of him.
Just inspired by these heroes. Okay, it's still your turn.
Oz way in the back. It's like, am I missing out on something?
Yeah. Oz, did you want to go?
I can.
Go for it.
As Oz sees all this going on, he'll notice an opportunity. So Oz will just fully sink into the geyser in this ice sculpture as the ice sculpture kind of starts to turn and crane, its mouth moving towards the dragon.
Dude,
as just out of the mouth just spinning. Just whips open a snow leopard. Just
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
pouncing on the dragon. I am going to. I'll just mark my stress
Snow
for
leopard delivery
standard.
system. It's like one of those tubes at the bank.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I pounce on this thing. That was almost another crit, if only. That's gonna be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Yay! And that is with hope.
Ooh.
And I am going to mark another stress to attempt to take down this thing, even though it's just an attack. I'm not taking it down.
Yes.
Pins it to the ground.
But yeah, I'm just like pouncing, jumping, kind of. I'll jump onto its back and sink my teeth into its like base of its wing.
Yes.
All right. What is my attack? D8s. Okay. Not great for damage. All right, that is going to be a 21 damage as I sink my teeth into it, and it also has to mark as stress.
Okay.
As now there is this snow leopard just sinking its teeth into its.
Yes. Yeah. So when this happens, this thing
Winged.
screeches out. So that is exactly what you needed to hit its major threshold. So its tail is like whipping around trying to like hit you, and it's almost like marring itself even a little bit more as it's trying to get you off of it. And it's screeching, and then it eventually, well, I guess I need to make a roll for that. I can't just throw you off of me unprompted. But that was with hope. That being said, though, that does trigger something. As this is happening, this thing starts to shake in anger, and you see, like the coalescing blue that was here in its throat, it's now its whole body, like a star building about to go supernova. And then this dragon's
Enough!
and it slams onto the ground. Power washes through the room. All of the ice in the room shatters, splintering, shooting out everywhere. You watch as the hundreds of frozen Threnelmites, including those few fellow Tolnerans, burst into pieces, and then massive ice walls start jutting up from the ground. I need everyone to make an agility reaction roll.
I'm on his back.
Yeah, you're right. So you probably are...
I'll take advantage on it. I'm assuming
Okay,
he's trying
yeah.
to shake me.
Yeah, there you go.
I won't just dodge this.
Yeah.
That's a 25. I'm unstoppable.
Yeah.
I also crit. First of all, I think that's 4 crits for the boys.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, we're
crazy. And you still
Yeah.
have one automatic crit in the bag still.
Between
too.
the 3 of us, that's 4 crits.
Yeah,
You guys are welcome.
That's crazy.
Agility, you said?
Yes.
That is 15 for me.
Oh, you dirty dog. All right. That's exactly what you needed. So this ice is like shooting out in an instant burst, and you see Rishik like start to step towards you guys to help, and all of you just in your own ways. Evander just like and blocks these. Syndrix is like doing this insane monk style like kind of move just to get out of the way of some of the bigger pieces. And
Oz
then,
is just on this dragon.
yeah. But everything is missing as you
It's
guys
just-
all
just can't
survive
take me
and
off
don't
the-
take any damage or stress. But when this power does settle and the dragon skin returns to its normal sheen, you guys can look around. You see that both Gwen and Finric have been cut off from the fight. There's those massive ice walls that have gone from wall to ceiling, and they're already like trying to like melt it to get through, but you can tell it's going to take a while. So now the space is greatly narrowed. Everything is within very close range, essentially. And it's you guys, and then the crystals are now all behind an ice wall. So thank God you did that early, Cedrix.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. And that was...
That was with hope.
Yeah, with hope. You guys are still going.
All right. I'll after dodging all these icicles.
I'm sorry, I forgot to say. He now has a passive called Reckless Abandon. His attack modifier and difficulty each decrease by 2, but his damage now has an extra d6 if it hits.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. He's gone berserk.
If only we had somebody who's unstoppable.
I guess we'll just have to see.
I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to walk up next to Rishik. And I'm battle ready, still focused. I'm going to say, I'll get the front, you stay in the rear. And I'm going to sprint around, and I'm just going to get in front of this dragon, assuming Evander naturally is like at my hip.
Yeah, I will be as soon as I'm allowed. Yes.
Yeah.
Walking forward, going, come on, come on.
Yeah.
I just know he's there at this point. He's reliable. And he's,
Peter
you know,
Pan's
some
shadow.
say he's even unstoppable.
It's been said about.
But yeah, I'm just gonna take a hack at the dragon.
Yes.
And I'm gonna mark a stress to get advantage on this. Damn. 12. That's a 22 to hit, but it was with fear.
Okay, that does hit.
Okay. Damage. That's not good enough. That's way better. 12. 21 physical damage.
Okay, that is again perfect for major damage. So did you say you went around to the front or you went to the back? Because
I went
was,
around.
Like, facing
Was it
you.
facing me?
Mhm.
Okay, well then I went to the back.
Okay, so when you say that to your brother, you see, and you other guys can see this too, that same cold look of like he's in battle mode. Something that must be trained into these, whether it's all of them or just these two brothers.
Die
And
hard.
he doesn't even like verbally answer you. He just nods, and as you run across, he's like running up to it, trying to like feign an attack to give you this opening where you then stab in.
Yeah.
And at your height, you're probably like you can get towards its hip joint on the back, so you like stab in and yank, and this thing screeches and falls down to one like knee, and then tries to right itself as it is now bleeding pretty bad from that spot. And that was with fear. So this thing is going to cry out, feeling like it was duped by Rishik, and first it is going to attack Rishik. Immediately.
He
in
also
front of
has
it.
the -10 also, by the way.
Yeah, so that hits.
It hits who?
That he swings a claw, his palm full of claws at Rishik.
Rishik.
Scoop
You mean the guy
full of claws.
next to me? That's
Well,
strange.
and for 21 damage, he hits Evander.
He sure does. And since Evander's unstoppable, that is minor damage.
Oh my. So
And
okay,
Evander's
here's what
going to
happens.
use 3 hope to clear up 2 more armor slots.
Okay,
So that's 1 armor slot.
Nice.
so no damage
And-
or minor damage with the armor slot.
No damage, and I used
Okay.
1 armor slot.
Okay, I got you. When that happens, basically this thing is trying to kill this draconian that evaded it before, and then you jump in the way. Its palm hits you, and you are thrown to the side, and it does like tatter you up more, but there's no blood that can be seen. But immediately I'm going to use Relentless, and it is going to trample over towards you and bite down instantly.
Onto me?
Onto you.
Perfect.
I
And I don't have to mark a stress.
That is 20 something.
Yeah, metagaming
Yeah.
would just be never attack Evander directly.
Yeah.
Ah, perfect. Nice. Thanks.
That's 23 to hit.
Save me the trouble. Yeah, 23 hits, obviously.
Okay. That's a
You're leaning
28.
into it at that point.
28.
28 physical damage.
28 is just my severe threshold,
Mm.
which means that I'm going to use get back up to mark a stress to reduce that to major. And I'm unstoppable, which reduces it to minor. And then I'm going to mark an armor slot, which means I take 0 damage.
Well, guess what? First off, I have momentum for both of those attacks, so I get 2 of those fears back I forgot about. And
Second, fuck you.
you are chilled, no matter what, for your next attack round. So you have disadvantage. Oh, wait.
Dang it. To
Does that
attack?
count as like your...
It's not vulnerable.
No,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's not neither of the conditions that I'm immune
And
to. So
I'm going to
that-
use its
that's
last Relentless, because it has 3, to attack you for a 3rd time as it sees that you are somehow... Looks like you're shrugging these
Die,
things off.
die,
Yeah.
die.
It appears
Bring
that
it
you...
on. Yeah, as soon as his palm comes off of me, I'm already standing back up. He
Ooh.
keeps like smashing me, and then it's
Yeah.
almost like I'm stuck to his hand at the speed at which I stand back up.
That's a 12.
12 hits, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Is it a number that's
Obviously.
positive?
Does it?
That's a 23 physical damage.
Yeah, that's actually you have reached my armor slots. I will take 1 physical. I will take 1 HP slot finally.
Okay, wow. All that for a drop of blood. Okay, so it is just relentlessly trying to gouge you, and you are getting back up every time, and then finally you take a hit that kind of puts you down for a fraction of a second more than the other ones, but then you stand right back up.
That's my secret, Captain. As long as we're quoting Marvel, it's always just been my blood. The armor hasn't been doing anything.
That's right. It's back to you guys.
As this dragon is swatting down at Evander, pulls back that last hit. So Evander pops up. You'll just see jumping off the dragon's shoulder and just grappling onto the front of its probably slightly softer neck. This jaguar just bites in and starts shaking, potentially successfully. Oh yeah.
Find out next time.
Ooh. That is going to be a. Oh, right. My bonus is nuts. A 19 to hit.
That barely hits.
Ooh.
Nice. Was that with hope or fear?
That was with hope.
Yeah. Great.
Ooh, that's good. All right, that is going to be. Well, it won't get too far. That's going to be 32 physical damage
Holy cow.
Damn.
Okay.
as
that
I
is-
attempt to take this dragon down once again. So it has to mark another stress.
Okay. Yeah, so you lock onto this thing's throat. It takes major damage. Yeah, you are like whipping around and it's trying to get you off, which is only digging your
Teeth and
your
claws
teeth
in.
in, claws more. Eventually though, it does like get you off of it. You fall to the ground, but because of that, I will say to get him off of you now, you've ripped enough of its throat that it cannot use any more of its abilities that require like ice out of its mouth.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it
There's
is
no
like
more of that. How about?
oh.
It grows back.
Oh, come on.
He
Rear shift
heals
just, like,
4
looking at me.
HP.
What are the
No.
death saving options? Is
Yeah.
the one that I can just instantly die?
I think there
Can I
is. Yeah.
choose to fail the coin flip?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. That was a
The
nice
Blaze
one.
of glory.
This thing is bleeding horribly now, particularly from its throat. I am going to use a fear to take it back from you guys, and it is going to go after what immediately just put it near death's door, and is going to try to trample this snow leopard.
That's interesting. You mean the one that landed right next to me?
That is correct. Well, guess what? That's 22 to hit, and that is wow.
I'm gonna use a hope to interrupt.
Oh,
That's
okay.
15.
I didn't know I could
Oh.
do that.
That is 15 physical damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that.
Okay. Again, I'm going to use a fear and do relentless, and it is annoyed with you not taking significant damage from it, so it's not going to try to hit you again. It is still trying to go for Oz here. It is gnashing with its teeth.
Oz will just be like, I could take it.
12.
12?
Yep.
Oh, 12 actually doesn't hit me.
As a panther?
As a panther.
What would Evander do in this situation? I'm
It's a snow
curious.
leopard.
If he doesn't get hit, I don't have to.
Okay, so
It would hit me. You made the wrong choice.
It like,
that time.
yeah, you jump in front of it, and it tries to basically like get out of your way and snap again its jaws at Oz, who, given enough time as this snow leopard, just like jumps out of the way. His feet like kind of slide for a second on the ice, but then it regains composure, and it is back to you guys.
I'm gonna drink
Gotta
my
go.
healing potion.
Okay.
Just my normal minor one.
Anything else?
I rolled a
turn?
4.
Ooh, perfectly executed.
Didn't miss a drop.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it out, drink it normally, not like a psychopath like Syndrix. And then I'll just drop it on the
It
ground.
takes too long.
and
It takes too long.
lift up my shield.
I don't have time for that.
I will say that like I still don't reveal my face, but my fist does kind of have to push up the visor to get the bottle into my mouth. And yeah, from across the battlefield you don't see, but the one who's next to me has already seen it, so I'm not concerned. And then I'll
Okay.
drop the bottle.
You're that
That's
ugly?
I'll still let you attack.
You'll let me
'cause I'm-
attack.
I'm chilled.
I do whatever I want.
All right.
Anyways, Oz, did you
I'll
want to go?
allow it.
I can.
I'm just kidding. No. I'll go. I am gonna thinking a little outside the box here. I'm gonna use my sword to try and cut it.
With which part of the sword?
The sharp side.
Oh, Evander writes that.
Yeah, that that is a
Like glance over, like
18
quickly, like
hit
using Oz's
with
snow
fear.
leopard back as
With
like a
fear.
table to write.
18.
Yeah, write down use sharp.
18.
Not good enough.
Oh, 18 only hits because of its reckless abandon.
Aha.
Now,
Wow.
I want to give you an option, Syndrix.
Deal or no deal?
Deal or no deal, because Rishik's dice just got triggered. So he was going to get to attack directly after you. But let's say theoretically in a second here, I'm going to ask you how you would like to describe killing this thing. I'm going to give you the option to do this with your brother.
Okay.
Only stipulation is no decapitation.
Yeah. Oh, well, dude, that was like the Slayer thing.
Yeah, that's
Just kidding.
tough.
I'll say that Sidrix and Rishik, we give each other a look and like some sort of signal, and it can be like a gesture or a step. But to you guys, it's just a combination of multiple things.
Do they just flip each other off?
And then rather than like attacking at the same time, we're just dashing around him super quick, just taking turns, swinging kind of back and forth, each striking different weak points, until like the dragon falls to the ground, revealing a weak point, where at that point we're both going to drive our blades deep.
Yes. Okay. So exactly as you
Perfectly
described. Yeah. You are running around this thing and it is like like trying to bite and missing each of you as you're doing this, cutting it up, creating bigger gashes. You're going to hit that same spot that you hit in its hip earlier, and it is going to collapse onto the side, and then you are going to stab directly like into its throat, and it's going to shriek, and then it's like going to start to get up, and you're going to have a hand come on the other side of yours and shove it in deeper as Rishik steps beside you. And this thing falls, its light starts to fade from its scales, and then in its final breath, it laughs and says,
Die by the flood.
and then he dies. Steam starts to rise from its body, and the whole fortress starts to rumble. Everything around you starts to melt rapidly. The entire fortress is shaking. The wall ahead of you guys, where those crystals are, behind that ice wall, bursts open from the right, a massive torrent of water rushing through. It smashes into the crystals, bursting the remaining glass cases, exposing them all, then immediately crashes on the other side of the wall, carrying them with them. Everything around you is melting super, super fast, and you hear, "Run!" from Gwen as she screams behind you. The water's rising, already at knee level. You guys need to go.
Oh, it's no time for pause, though I have 4.
I'm gonna stab him in his throat. I'm gonna stab Oz in his throat.
The dragon actually
but it
comes back
slices
alive,
all 4 of his Achilles.
eats him. No. Okay, so here's how this is going to work, guys. You are going to be presented with different challenges to escape the fortress. For each challenge, you guys are going to have to decide together how you're going to get past the obstacles I present. And it will culminate either in a single roll, or we can talk about like more rolls, and I'll make the I'm going to make the difficulty modifier based on your guys' creativity or plausibility, combination of the both. There's no right way. This isn't like a maze that you have to solve. I'm leaving this up to your guys' creativity. That being said, if you fail, there will be consequences. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like drowning?
Maybe.
That is a possibility.
Okay, that's a possibility. Okay, so to give you guys a visual of this first one, the first challenge is get out of the Great Hall. Those ice barriers that the dragon had risen have completely melted, making the whole room visible again. There is a rushing tide where the crystals were. A lot of it is pouring into this room. There's the open, massive double doors on the other side, and there's 2 like smaller doors that don't require panels on the adjacent walls. There's no longer anything frozen over. Like I said, the water's already at knee level and rising fast. And there are bits and body parts floating around everywhere from all these dead Threnomites that were around.
Bits and body parts. Eh?
Do I see a Frederick piece floating by that would have any identifiable characteristics on it?
I mean, Finric?
No, I mean
No,
Frederick.
Finric's alive. Finric and Gwen are in the room, by the way.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Frederick.
Yeah, why don't you make a What would that be? Like an instinct roll?
I'm looking for
For
something like a
sensing?
horn or like a piece of
Yeah.
jewelry. Not
Yeah.
like if I get a tongue, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. Like the lower jaw wouldn't be like a really nice thing to bring back.
Yeah.
What am I? This is
Instinct.
Oh, launch.
I got his left butt cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay, so
bring
this
his
is a
like
very
severed head.
niche. This is a
back.
very niche situation, and I want to know what the ruling
done
is by the dungeon or the game master.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 dice, right?
Yeah.
One of those dice bounced out of the tray, so I picked up that die and I threw it back in. It hit the other dice. Now they both landed on a 4 at the end, but it did re-roll the other one when I hit it with.
Wait,
it.
did you say re-roll?
I did say re-roll.
You know what? I'll give it to you. That's a crit.
Everybody
baby.
gets 1. Okay.
All right, so you can choose what you find of yes, you see things floating around and you are able to discern something that you recognize and you can grab it.
I will say that I see one of the horns poking out of the water, and I reach out to grab it. And as I pull it out, there's like part of his head attached to the horn still. So I'll like look around and just like rip off the horn, and then I'm gonna be a little scarred, but I'm gonna pocket the horn.
Nice. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is gonna be like so sweet or not, but I know there's jewels in them. So if I decide giving a piece of the body of your loved one to somebody is not a good idea, I'll just take one of the jewels.
Yeah.
As Oz will usher people towards the starting to melt towering stock. It's like, I'll have limited time to hold this shape. Everyone, over here. As Oz will leap up as sticking his paws into the geyser as it just kind of starts pulling him towards the entryway of the room.
Okay. Very nice.
Hold on. How big are these crystals? Because they're loose and in the water, right?
Oh, they're gone already. They were carried out of the room. But they are the size of like a softball but much bigger.
I'm gonna
need
need
to go
6
get
more options.
No, actually though, they're like the size of a human head.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna run after them.
Like a
Is
small
that-
minivan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a smaller version of my head.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. That's about right actually.
Yeah, okay.
Syndrix, are you saying you're gonna run after them into the massive torrenting river that's going through the room?
Is there any
I mean,
chance I can grab
You can
them?
certainly try.
I'll try.
Okay, so you're doing a different thing than Oz. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, I'm going after the crystal.
Okay.
At least the green
I'm
one
gonna
first.
see Syndrix making a bad decision, and I'm gonna rush after him to help.
Okay.
I will make it known that I am unstoppable.
Okay. So why don't we do this then? Fenric and Gwen are hopping on this ice dragon with you. It is still the ice dragon, right?
It's
Or it's the
it's kind of rapidly melting.
Yeah.
So they're
Okay.
right near the end of it though. So it's
Yeah.
bringing us towards the entrance.
Okay, cool. All right.
Its base can't move.
Yes. While you're doing that, a lot of these large body parts have started to coalesce around the door, so they're almost like a blockade.
Ew.
Yeah. But I feel like you've done well with that. So why don't you make a... You're going to roll first. You're going to make a strength roll as you're trying to smash through this blockade.
Okay.
Imagine the beaver that made that dam.
Ooh.
Just harvesting body parts
Yeah.
and piling them in to stop rivers.
Dear God.
That's not great. Let's see. Strength. It's +1. Okay, that's gonna be an 8. With hope, I guess.
Okay, with hope. Okay. And then you two, you are essentially jumping into like a massively heavy current. So why don't you guys both also make a strength check? As you're trying to like...
Not agility? No.
It's not really a maneuver. I mean, you're like trying to survive in this thing.
Just so I'm clear, Syndrix, what are you fucking doing? So that I can try to...
I'm trying to
Act
grab a
accordingly.
crystal.
To be clear, the crystals are not even in this room anymore.
Yeah, they're
Is
not...
that true?
You cannot. I told you that. You cannot see them.
I thought like in this moment they were in the process of moving out.
No, they are gone.
Well, then I'm not gonna do that.
That's
Okay.
why I was. That's why I was confused.
I knew what
Okay.
you were doing, and I knew what he had said, and I still came. So I guess that makes me the idiot. But I was
Yeah.
just trying to help.
So why don't we retroactively say that you hopped on the,
Yeah, I would have been on the
all
thing.
of you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and why don't we say this now that you're all on there? Why don't you guys each roll a d4 to add to him, as he was like trying to bust through these. You guys are like in the front trying to shoulder your way, kind of breaking it down as you go.
3.
1.
Okay, so with the d4s that they added, that gets you above the threshold, and it was with hope. So you guys all burst through this dam of like body parts that was blocking the door. With that, all the water now rushes through, and I'll say that melts the last bit that you had left of that spell, Oz. So now you all enter into this hall, or what was a hall. Most of the walls and ceilings are torn down, water is rushing through in different areas, as if the entire glacier above you is melting rapidly. Immediately, you guys are picked up by a current that is coming in from your right, carrying you all to your left. You see, as you're kind of like going, swimming, trying to survive down this river, you see doors and pieces of walls floating along, bobbing up and down. Some are larger, some are smaller. There are some edges that you're going to be coming up to that will be within reach, and there's some floors around you and above you that are now exposed. And even though there's water rushing, some of it looks sturdy with metal beams holding them in place. Obstacle
Are
number
we
2.
headed in a direction that is beneficial for us, or should we
You
be
can't-
fighting the current to get to
You
the?
can't really tell.
Yeah.
It's like this fortress is like destroyed right now.
Yeah. It'd be especially hard for us to figure out exactly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this place is a maze to us anyway. So
Mhm.
really, we're just trying to listen to whatever Gwen and Fenric can.
Are they in
tell
a
us.
position to shout out directions?
They are. You guys are kind of like bobbing up and down above the water, but you're all like in
Okay.
a group.
So this is what I'm gonna do.
So
It'd be
this is
funny
what
if you
Evander is going to
immediately
do.
Cut me off there and just said,
Yeah.
weird.
Well, I was trying to
Um,
set the scene.
Syndrix is gonna rush
You
after
can,
the river
yeah.
that had the crystals.
I'm going to start chopping at the water, the rushing water. That's all I know.
So we're being pulled pretty like forcibly, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to find one of those doors that's kind of floating by, Titanic
Mhm.
style, and I'm going to try to turn it and get it to wedge between two of these pillars, so that it creates like a little bit of a dam that's pushing the water in different directions.
Okay.
And all I'm trying to do is buy us a moment of reprieve so that we can get the information from Gwen and Fenric as to what our goal should be here and the directions that we're supposed to be taking.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just trying to like slow this whole like
Mhm.
torrent down for a second so that we can chat.
Yep. Make a strength roll.
Cool. I'm going to use one of my Order-born 3 values. I'm going to use, if your cause is just, give all of yourself without restraint. And I'm going to push my body beyond its limits. So I will take a d20 as my hope die for this
Ooh.
roll.
Nice.
And
What are you doing?
also, I'm
Trying to wedge it.
unstoppable.
Yeah.
You're
gonna
Spider-Man
grab-
2, like...
Yeah, kind of. I'm gonna like grab a piece of debris and I'm gonna push it into the flow and just get it to like wedge and like put my body behind it so that I'm stopping the flow long enough for you guys to like collect yourselves, get together, say, all right, this is what we're doing, and then it's probably gonna break through and then we'll be back where we were. But okay, this is a strength check.
Yes.
I think that was a d20. That is a 18 with hope.
Oh,
Still pretty
great.
good.
Yeah. So you grab this thing in literally Spider-Man 2 style, and this water's rushing around you guys. I'll say that you also do this next to a spot where there was like a corner that was still intact, so the others are like able to brace themselves there because you are blocking enough of the water to stop it from pulling you, but you're all still struggling. But you do have a moment
Totally.
here now.
Mhm.
Like Oz will be like clinging to part of the like slightly climbed up because the snow leopard. It'll just turn.
Yeah.
Like Finrick is like dangling like a kitten.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, here's the plan.
Yes. As you're doing this, Gwen she's been like screaming this whole or yelling to you guys. You just can't like hear what's going on. She is now saying, "Up! We need to go up! Get out of the glacier! Get out of the glacier!"
Okay.
Alright,
I'm gonna
up
look
we
for
go.
up.
Was that because
So
you're
what?
holding on with your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have Finrick.
Ooh.
I'm gonna start looking for like the nearest set of stairs or ramp, anything that goes up.
Mm-hmm. There is a
Elevator.
platform.
Well,
Escalator. Still functioning escalator.
There
Yeah.
are some platforms near you that this water, the way that it's rushing, like there's still some ceilings. Some of it's just like straight up water, like everywhere it seems like. But it's not
Okay.
just one huge flow. They're like these little tunnels of water. And you can see like a platform up to your right and one that's like up to your left a little bit. Both of them are still standing and would have standing room if you got there.
Okay. So we have to get up and climb up there, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Cindrix would do.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
He would
I
just
mean,
see the most direct route and try it.
I can climb. This is a good climbing form.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna brave. I guess we'll. I don't know if any
Yeah.
of us
How
wanna
far-
communicate to.
How
Gwen.
far away is it? Just
Yeah.
You would get there if you're climbing to the one that's closer to you. I mean, you could get there as a snow leopard and like
Yeah.
3 decent like up to
okay,
it.
so it's close.
And then he could like theoretically, if someone was up there and reached down, you could probably like just clasp hands.
All right. So,
Okay.
well,
Hmm.
I guess conveniently, since we just set the joke that I'm holding Finrick, I'm gonna help Finrick get up there.
Okay.
We can
Nice.
sort something out from there.
Yeah. Let's say that's an agility roll.
Okay. Well, I crit.
Oh
No way, dude.
I also rolled.
You guys are insane right
I
now.
also rolled max on my advantage dice
Oh my god.
because I
The
just have
only
advantage
crit that
on
I've done
all
so
climbs.
far is I cheated to get it. So
Yeah.
they're rolling really well. I've had to
Yeah.
fucking beg, steal, borrow, and barter
That's-
for all mine.
So let's say this. Gwen like is saying up, 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 and immediately you with Fenric on your back just and climb up there. Yes. And then let's say once you're there, Rishik like registers, grabs Gwen, throws her up there, and then
Oh.
basically starts climbing after you. And then Cindrix, you kind of like help Evander like shield as you're climbing and like holding him as he's bracing. And at the last moment, the door like snaps, but you're able to pull him and you up onto this platform
Huh?
with
Like,
no
I kind of
consequence.
help
Yeah,
them hold themselves
hold
up.
them
Yeah, and you're like
You
pulling.
grab
him.
my tail. I'm just like, ow, ow, ow.
Okay, no consequences again. You guys are now on a platform. Remnants of the fortress still stand around you. It's just wide enough for all of you. You walk a little bit forward, and quickly it narrows into what looks like a long walkaway, almost like a plank, just wide enough for one at a time. Somehow, the terrain around you has shifted very rapidly as you walked forward, not very far, but now far below you, there's about a 50-foot drop, and there's a massive, insanely fast rushing river that's going through. Rishik kind of like kicks one of the ice shards down, and you just see it get obliterated when it hits the water. The plank is about 60 feet long. There's a heavy wind here because of the tunnel effect. And there are walls on either side, it's about 15 feet from the plank on either side. And then all the way across, you see a set of stairs that are going up, and you can see some light where the stairs are leading to. Some
So it's
natural
a
light.
60-foot wide gap.
60-foot long plank, 15 feet wide gap on either side of the plank.
Oh.
hmm
There's like a plank.
It's pretty
bridge,
narrow.
man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like a wooden plank.
Pretty much. I mean, it's not actually wood, but it's a sturdy material.
Yeah.
It's whatever they use to build, which you guys aren't like super familiar with. It's kind of like a marble type of thing. Not that you wouldn't be familiar with that, but
It's styrofoam.
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I hate the way it sounds.
How high is the ceiling?
Above you, let's say
Yeah.
probably about 15 feet. Not super high.
Finrick, what? Do either of you know how much glacier is above us currently? Could you blast a hole in the ceiling?
We could try, but I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna rush in water.
Fair point, fair point.
Is there a way that, like, with Oz's natural awareness, that he would have any insight into, like, could he make a check to see if, like, based off where you were relative to where you were outside, stuff like that?
Yeah, why don't you would that be instinct probably? No, analyzing. That'd be knowledge.
Oh, am I right in thinking that
I think you could justify either.
Yeah.
walking
Let's say
on this
knowledge.
bridge might break it?
You could make... So, Oz, you could make a knowledge check to figure out what you guys were just talking about. And Syndrix, you could make an instinct check to see what you think about that.
You want to trade?
See what you think about that. Yeah.
Well, let me just make that number 7 of natural crits to roll.
Okay. I got a 10, by the way. So I
Okay.
don't really know. With hope, at least.
That's
There you
my
go.
3rd crit of the night.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I just crit.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's say
Delayed
this.
response because you didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Oz, you're like out loud contemplating and like analyzing what you think, and just during it, Syndrix is like, "We could walk across that. It'd be fine." And you can tell that.
You just look back and I'm already running across it.
Yeah. It is
Come
very.
on.
You can tell it is very sturdy. It would hold you. Likely, it would hold all of you, even if you ran across. You don't have to go one at a time. You can't tell about what's above you, though. You really don't know if it would actually send in water or if you'd be safe to expose the outside. I will
Like
say
that.
you don't necessarily hear like water rushing immediately above you, but you still don't know.
Oh, we still see you.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I guess. I mean, I have claws, so perhaps Oz should lead this.
I think Syndrix said he's
Syndrix
already
is already
sprinting
up the
across
stairs.
it.
Yeah, Syndrix is.
Well, I'm
across the
sitting
bridge,
there
just
staring
waiting.
at the ceiling, contemplating.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Yeah.
if we're gonna cross, perhaps I should cross first.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Come on.
Everybody needs to individually make an agility roll.
I'm gonna stay by the Threnamites in case they need help.
Okay. They're gonna make
Is-
agility rolls too.
Is this just standard agility?
Yes.
Okay. It's not like
That
a climb or
is-
anything.
It's not like a what?
It's not like a climb roll or anything. We're just
No,
crossing.
no.
Okay.
Yep.
16
Ooh.
with fear.
I got
With
20
fear.
with hope.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting because I finally did it, boys.
No.
Number 8.
Number 8 of a natural roll crit.
Wow. I can't believe it.
We're
I
not
can't believe it.
We gotta look at the odds of this.
Here's what happens. I can't believe it. Actually, I gotta roll for one more person. I gotta roll for Reshik. Yeah, you
Because our crits per roll ratio, like I've probably rolled 10 times and I've crit 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's wild.
Probably.
Okay, so who ended up actually going first? Syndrix?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Oz is like, perhaps I should go first, and Syndrix is like, just like long
Armored
stepping
Titan.
this. He gets across and just turns to you guys, like immediately ushering you across. Oz, you are very deftly
Ugh.
like clawing across the ice as your claws dig. Or it's not frozen anymore, actually. But you were just running across very quickly. The rest of them, actually, Rishik, let's say, was pretty close behind you, Oz. The Threnomites, Gwen and Fenric, start to run. Fenric's foot like slips because it is wet, and he starts to like teeter to the side. And Gwen starts to reach, but she is also like momentum going towards the
no.
side. They both start to fall, and you just have two armored hands that grab these two on the back and put them back onto the ledge, and you all make it across safely. I can't believe that. They both failed their rolls, and if you would not have crit, I would not have given it to you.
Finally, someone smaller than me.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys make...
You just grab Fenric by the back of his shirt and was like, why does this keep happening to me today?
Yeah. You guys make
This
it to
is
the
no
other
place to
side
die.
and immediately sprint up the stairs, and you see light above you. You don't know how far down you were into this glacier, but the fact that you can see light is a crazy sign. A few more steps, and you emerge out onto the glacier's surface. Now, it's melting incredibly fast. Far, like very far to your right, you see a literal flood rushing your way, swallowing everything in its path. To your left, you can see far into the distance. You have like a vantage point here, and there's eventually flat ground, like a haven, if you can make it there. The glaciers around you, like I said, are melting and creating huge valleys and pits and crevasses. And all of a sudden, you see 4 massive icebergs, all obliquely and oddly shaped, rushing toward you from the 4 cardinal directions. And unfortunately, it looks like you are all standing in the convergence point. And they're all about 15 feet high. They're moving fast, coming right at you.
So, Cindrix is going to see the flood coming towards him, and this is literally his worst, like, primal fear at this time in his life. So, he doesn't even think. He just turns the opposite direction and just is sprinting. And, like,
Okay.
for the first time, and, like, you guys see him, he's, like, fumbling his things, he's panicking. He's trying to just, like, turn and run.
Okay. I'll say this before anything else happens. Cindrix, you make a strength check.
It's cocked. That is a 13 with hope.
Okay. With hope? Okay. You immediately turn and run, but these 4 icebergs are closing fast, and your only chance is to try to basically shoulder through one of these things. And what ends up happening is you hit into it, and you get part of your body through, but then you don't budge. You're stuck. So now these 4 things are coming together, and you are like trying to get out of this ice as you are panicking, making the situation worse.
Well, that was my move.
I'm going to tap Rishik on the shoulder, and I'm just going to gesture at Cindrix, and I'm going to start sprinting at him and just building up speed, trying to encourage Rishik to try to help me just, like, tackle him out, basically, the side of this iceberg, or break through it, or whatever we need to do. But
Okay.
we're going to try to build up some momentum to free
Yeah.
Cindrix before we make any next moves.
Yes. Why don't you roll a strength check, and I will roll for him as the help action, as the D6 advantage.
Oh, launched one. Strength, you said?
Mm-hmm.
19 with hope.
With hope. You guys aren't letting me do anything fun. All right.
No.
So,
We've just been on fire.
are you in front of
It's insane.
Rishik, or is he in front of you?
I led the charge, but
Okay.
like he could have
Yeah,
run
let's
faster
say-
than me. He's
Yeah.
definitely better.
Let's say you're
athlete.
going, and he like gains the ground in front of you because that's his brother that's stuck, and he essentially says like "heads up" as he rams a shoulder into you, Cindrix, and then a moment later, Evander, as Rishik hits you and you like break halfway through the other side. This thing is thick, and then he's like pushing against you, and then Evander hits you, and the iceberg itself shatters. The whole thing like splinters and falls apart, creating a gap for all of you who now all start sprinting that direction. Okay, so now as you're sprinting to your left, away from the rushing flood and toward this open land far behind you, or beyond you, the water is still catching up. You're leaping and jumping and doing everything you can. Oz, you're probably doing it better than anyone else in this form. But there's still this rushing river and a rushing ocean To your left, there is a rushing river that you're following, flowing away from the coming flood. And you see a ledge approaching, but there's no time for caution, so you continue right up to it, and you see that it is the ice wall that you climbed to get here. So it is a 100-foot drop into the lagoon below, and that river has turned into a massive waterfall. But that waterfall is growing in width. And in moments, it is going to like consume where you're standing. So you have moments to decide what to do as this flood is coming behind you.
Aim for the bushes.
Yeah.
Do we cannonball into the river?
Can't really do that because
is there water immediately below us?
It's like
that's the
it is
lagoon,
rising because of it. So let's say it's like a
100
70 foot drop.
But there was no like ice bridge or anything we have to avoid. There was no ledge at the bottom. It's a sheer cliff into water.
Just into
Still
water.
70 feet
with
up.
a massive waterfall.
There's also the waterfall, and that will push us down. Jumping into that water is certain death.
What do we do?
Well, I could fly away, but
What do we do?
We can't go back. There's only really one option. The longer we wait, the worse it gets. I'm going to turn and I'm going to jump and try to dig my sword into the side of the iceberg and like ride it down a little bit just to slow my descent and then kick off and just jump into the water.
Okay.
Cindrix, do you have a rope?
I don't know. What do we do, Oz? What do we do?
All right, I have a rope. As Oz will stand and change back as he'll just. Does anybody have one of those pythons that they had we used to climb earlier? Oz will slam it into the ground and tie the rope and toss it over.
Okay.
Rappel down. Go. I'll make sure it stays steady up here.
Okay. Gwen and Fenric immediately start going.
Yeah.
They're climbing down.
Staring.
As Oz turns and sticks the sodden crook into the ground nearby, and the water kind of starts to part away from where they're rappelling down.
Yeah.
I can't do much, but
Okay.
So yeah, Cinder's just frozen in fear for a moment, but then Oz like telling him, go, snaps him out, and he'll start to descend as close as he can to the water. And then...
Okay. Rishik is going to follow you, Cindrix. So first, before anything else happens, I need, let's say, a strength check from Evander, because you are trying to strength this thing down as you're putting your sword into it. Let's give it a, I guess like a finesse. Yeah, because you're controlling. A finesse check from Oz. And then an agility check from Cindrix. And then I'll make agilities for the Threnomites and Rishik.
I have some questions.
Yes.
Can I use adventure novel enthusiast as my experience? Because I took this out of a book I read once.
Sure.
Nice. Alternatively, I can do this all day, so I could use that for just like a feat of endurance.
No, I like the idea of you like I saw this in a book once. Let me try.
Yeah. Honestly, that's a lower bonus because I had that thing from the beginning, but I figure that's more applicable in this situation. Okay, so I'm going to spend a hope to do that.
I got 15, by the way. With hope.
Okay, nice. Cindrix?
I rolled a 20.
Oh my god, you guys. This is crazy. So...
It is.
I rolled an 18 with hope, if that helps.
Yes, that's good. Okay. Let's say this first half, well... Yeah, actually, for all of you... Let's say this. You halfway complete this. There's going to be another part of it. Evander, you are successfully, like, scraping down. Let's say you're about halfway down at this point. Achieving what you... So you're, like, 35 feet down.
I'll catch the rope that they threw down so I can stabilize it from the bottom.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. We'll say that's what you're going to do next. Because Syndrix, you and the two Thermites, and actually Rishik crit. Doesn't. So you're all like
Part of the
climbing
team!
down. And let's say actually, even with your great roll, Syndrix, you like freeze for a moment from another second of fear, and you like see Rishik above you. He's like, "Keep going, brother," and he's like, kind of guiding you down, and you unfreeze and start going. So you guys are about halfway down as well. A little bit less. You're still a little bit higher than Evander, and then Oz, you are successfully parting the Red Sea here, but it is like starting to overwhelm you, and you are gonna have to do something here in a second. So you have like a second left of this rope. Evander's trying to stabilize it from the bottom, unless you want to do something different. And Rishik and Syndrix and the other two are about halfway down. What you gonna do next?
As of right now, I'm gonna try to make sure they get all the way down.
Okay. All right. Let's do this then.
Hold.
Yeah.
Hold.
The only one who needs to make a roll is Oz, and let's do a finesse roll again. And
Oh, no,
I'm gonna
big
tell you
roll.
this is gonna be a challenge on your roll.
Understandable. Well, it's with hope,
Okay.
but it's only a 9.
Okay. Here's what happens. You're trying to hold. They are getting closer, but this water is like starting to rise. It gets to your legs. It starts to get to your back. It is pushing against your turtle-like barrier on the back of your back. And it is pushing, and you are trying with everything, shaking all the power you have left in you. And then it bursts and pushes you forward. So you lose the hold of the rope as it gets thrown as well. Everyone else, though, you are close enough to the bottom where you basically just like push off and jump in, trying to push away from the increasingly large waterfall. So here's what's going to happen. Oz, you are in a free fall.
Not a worry.
Yeah.
There's the one person where
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, Oz is in a free fall. The rest of you are all hitting the water. It is still freezing. So I want everyone that hits the water to make an agility roll.
Oh, so you just like
Unless you have
gracefully falling, doing flips and.
Yeah. You can either make an agility roll or you can like describe what you would do to try to make it better for you. Actually, you're going to make an agility roll no matter what, but you can try to like decrease the difficulty of it if you have an idea. And I will say this, Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, Oz, I want you to go first.
All right. As Oz is falling, he'll just swirl in the air as wings just pop out as Oz just becomes a rather simple seagull as he just kind of gracefully swoops down right above the water.
Mm-hmm. As you do this, you see about 20 large ships in the lagoon coming your way, and they're closing the distance even with like the water rushing out that way decently fast, and they're all glowing yellow. And the rest of you,
So
Help may be here.
I'm stuck in the wall still, so I didn't have to push off immediately.
Mhm.
Before I push off, I'm going to reach up to the secret remaining link, and I'm gonna grab and rip it, and I'm gonna just have my armor kind of fall and crumble off of me. Like
Nice.
the remains of my armor, just like tearaways, just crumbles off of me. So the chest plate I rip off, like the leather straps are so worn through that it just snaps off the front, and the back plate falls off. And then I just pull on the chainmail, and it's like, you know, like a string of beads. It just kind of falls down into the water. And
Nice.
I'll turn now shirtless, kick off my gauntlets, pull my sword out as I jump down into the water. So I've still got sword and board, but I'm shirtless, and most of my armor is off, just to make it easier once I hit the water to swim.
That's smart.
Uh,
Are you still wearing your helm?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's-
I'd rather drown. And you do see, I mean, dude's not huge and wide, but dude's cut up. Dude is literally and figuratively cut up.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
covered
Yeah.
in scars and wounds and bruises.
Oh,
Looks
I've
like
seen
he's
him.
been in a horrible accident, but yeah. But there's muscle under there for sure.
Okay, that's great. Syndrix,
Listen,
what
I
are you
checked
doing?
out.
And then we'll make the rolls all together.
I like to think that Rishik and I are falling side by side, just like
Yeah.
Navy
And
SEAL
then-
like entering the water
Yeah.
from your train.
and then I'm just gonna swim, but not. I guess try to go with the current towards. Not. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gotta
Okay.
follow the flow
Well,
of the water.
Can I add to the seagull maneuver?
Yes. Yep.
As when Oz will announce that could be help coming, as he dives up and then just plunges into the water, and a shadow will appear as the kind of the water just kind of expands out a little bit, as Oz will pop out of the water as a polar bear. And just
Ooh.
grab on, quick!
Watch this. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Interesting.
Okay, so here's how this is gonna work then. Oz, who exactly are you trying to? Well, let me do this first. Everybody, make. Oz, you don't have to make a roll. You succeed automatically. Evander and Syndrix, both of you guys make an agility roll, and I've already rolled for the Threnomites and Rishik.
Can I have advantage since I
I'm
shed my
getting
armor?
sad when I don't roll. A crit.
Actually, what's crazy is I was gonna make yours a lot harder because of your armor, so you shedding that has just decreased your difficulty.
Okay, I'll take it.
I got a 16.
With hope or fear.
Hope.
Okay.
I got a 14 with hope.
Okay. Rishik crit again.
No.
Yeah.
Of course.
And here's what else happens. So all of you jump
It's 10
in.
crits between us.
Yeah, all of this is happening at once, by the way. Evander, you like shed this armor and you effectively are treading water now. Syndrix, you still like deathly afraid of drowning. You hit the water and like for a split second panic, but then like Rishik kind of like hits you in the chest like you're good, and then you and then you like no, more like a little
Heart
bump,
attack,
like
die
a
instantly.
you're good,
Yeah.
and you come up and start swimming the direction that this polar bear next to you is telling you to go.
Yeah.
Rishik grabbed Gwen during this, who had failed, and now pulls her above water and is going swimming, but Fenric failed horribly.
No.
So here's what's going to happen. In fact, I think this will just work out. He is drowning right now. He's panicking, freezing, his body's clenching up. Oz, I'm assuming you would have gone for him.
Yeah.
So make a roll. We'll say it's another. This is probably an agility roll to see if you can save him.
Fenric, no, come on. We gotta bring everyone home.
With this, because this form has advantage on protect rolls. Would you consider
it.
this part of protect?
Oh yeah.
Agility, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be in 18 with fear, though.
Okay. You effectively like dive into this water and you see this body like freezing as it's sinking further and further, and you grab it with one of your teeth.
Yeah.
And you come up to the water, and you
Once
like
again.
burst, like your head bursts up, and you see this goblin like hanging there, like shaking and choking, but then you kind of like shake him, and it like and like pukes out water, and is breathing, effectively saving
Nice.
Fenric.
Huh.
And
Throw-
you guys are
throw
swimming
it back. Yeah.
towards these boats.
People can
Yes.
grab onto me if they want.
Yeah, let's say they literally everyone just kind of like grabs onto you except Rishik, who apparently is a beast at this and is just alongside you.
He's got the
And,
Godzilla tail behind him too. That's
Yes, and I will say it helps that this like tide is pushing you that way.
I like that.
And
we
eventually
swim
you
more
guys-
like alligators than like humans.
Yes.
We're
Yeah,
both
yeah.
just, like, torpedo.
You guys make it to these ships. There's a few of them, and you guys rolled so well. You're all still together. So a yellow arm like reaches down across, and you start handing Oz these friends of yours up to it, and Elson and some others are helping you onto the ship.
The bear's one of us.
Elson gets you guys all on and immediately embraces Gwen, and then her eyes go wide. Hold on! Here it comes! And points to the glacial wall, and you see the ice.
Barely made it up.
We're good. You can just
And
go.
you all die. No. And you look up and you see this thing explode as water rushes out towards you. And Gwen yells, "Get down!" You all hunker down. I need everybody to make one final roll. We're going to do an agility roll. Actually, why don't we do this? You can all describe to me what you're doing, and you can choose what you're going to use if you can accurately
dodge it.
Yeah. You can choose what you're going to do if you can explain it, and it makes sense.
I'm going to be using my big old bear body to try to like pin and hold some people down while this, water rushes towards us.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure people don't go flinging out the boat.
Yep.
I am going to. Does this count as a different encounter than the dragon encounter?
Yeah,
A
definitely.
different scene.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Then I am going to put my hand over my chest where the mark had been placed in my armor that I've now lost. And I'm going to say, I hope this still works. Come on. One more time. And I'm going to step forward, and I'm going to grab onto as many of the Threnamites as I can, and I'm going to enact my boon to try to resist any condition that would be placed on me by the oncoming waves.
Okay. Nice. Syndrix.
I am going to do the only thing that I would know how to do instinctually, and I'm going to draw my blade. And I'm going to swing at it and use my airblade charm to like send an arc of air
To split the water?
Flying that's right above me to try and like split that piece of water to lessen the
Is that the one you got from
Fuck that water.
Madeline?
No, that was.
This is from Morimundi.
You know what?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Screw
right.
it.
Okay.
I'll activate
No.
that as well, and I'll use knowledge on this.
Oh, okay. You can
But
use knowledge. You know how
I'll
this
mark as
charm
trust
works.
To roll with
Okay.
advantage. Do I need to?
No, you don't have to mark a stress.
Yeah,
That works. So you can roll with knowledge. Oz, you're rolling with strength. And then
I understand it now.
You can make
What
me
would you be
roll,
rolling?
and maybe I was thinking, since I don't want it to just be an auto success,
yeah.
but maybe like, I don't know, you want to give me a little bonus for change the
Yeah,
DC?
yeah.
Increase
Yep.
the-
Go ahead and just make a straight roll
I'm
then.
gonna use my hope. So
Yeah.
either way, I'll let you determine what you give me. Just a straight roll.
Yep.
Cool. Ooh, not good. It's not good, guys.
No. Oh no.
It's only a 5 with hope.
I got 17 with fear.
Okay.
Oh wait, what am I rolling? I did not roll.
A knowledge roll. Oh my god.
21. I didn't crit. but-
No, that's
Rishik-
great. And you're not going to believe what I just rolled for Rishik.
No
He
way.
crit again. That's
Three
insane.
crits
Unstoppable.
That is insane.
Honestly, they didn't need us.
Okay. So
Why
here's
didn't you play Rishik?
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
If Cindrix ever went down.
You're gonna have to make a strong argument for Reggie to be able to come back and not not
Yeah.
Rishik.
Yeah. So there are massive. What this has done is created waves that are coming at you guys. There is like a tsunami-like thing, but it is not about to, like the tsunami part of it's not going to hit you. There are shards of ice that are coming at you. Evander, you were able to grab 5 people, including Elson, Gwen, Fenric, and 2 other random Threnomites near you. And as these shards would have pierced you all, your body's like phase for a second, and then they keep flying beyond you, hitting the water like daggers that missed. Oz, you were able to like hunker down around a large group that was on this boat with you, and some of the waves do come across and hit you, but they just like rush off of your fur, and everyone around you remains safe. Syndrix, what did you roll with? Like an 18 or something?
21 with knowledge. I want that to be emphasized.
It's actually insane.
But the one
There-
time Rex is
Brain.
using his brain.
Let's say
21
there
with
is
hope.
one massive swell, like 20 feet high, that comes at you, and you just pull your blade, and like Oz did above, the water, the wind like hits into it, crashes it out, and it completely misses the boat. And then Rishik, let's say that
He counters it.
no,
He parries your attack and then hits you with the water anyway.
Rishik just manages to, not only does he like grab a few others and brace this, but he sees the mechanics on the back of the boat that power this thing and like jams into it and holds it steady as the water does the boat, and he manages to keep it
Saves
safe.
the boat.
Yeah. And you see all the other boats around you. There were like 20 total. All start like doing this, but everybody survives. Nobody's hurt. Eventually, the water settles. And everything calms. The ship's resting on the water. You have survived the flood.
Ha! Eat that, dragon!
My dad always, it's like they say, don't mock the crocodile till you cross the stream. I think we finally did it.
I think so. As Polar Bear Oz will walk over,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
sit down, like that goofy bear pose, with their hind
Rock the
legs
whole
out,
boat
like
when
sitting
you
like a
sit.
person.
You guys see all the Threnomites hugging and embracing, and Gwyn walks over to you. He's right. We did it. We did it. You guys look around you, and you
there-
notice how... What?
Is your power source gonna be okay under all that water?
Yeah, so you can... I won't make you roll for it, but you can see everything's still glowing. So, possibly, as far as you know, it is still working. You guys look around you and you notice how unnaturally the world has shifted in form. Snow has melted everywhere that it shouldn't have been, leaving only the tops of the mountains capped in white in the distance. The rest of the world somehow has already been replaced with lush greens, yellows, blues, other vibrant signs of life. You guys see the pure beauty of the landscape, a place truly befitting of the name Haven Pass. Even with the flood, though it is still covering the lagoon and where the fortress was completely, which is now just a calm ocean, has stopped stirring. Gwen looks that way and her smile fades. I'm not sure what this will look like moving forward, but the fortress was only the start of the city. There were homes and buildings and places of business here, now underwater. But the fact that our power still flows means the machine is still functioning somehow, which means we can rebuild. But regardless, you've saved us from certain death. I know I promised you guys artifacts, but... And she cuts off as, by some kind of divine providence, you see... How many are left? You guys rolled so well. All of them are left. Literally all of these crystals start floating in the water towards you.
Yeah.
They made it out safe. I just want to say, if you guys literally ever would have failed with fear, each time one of them was going to get destroyed. And you guys not only didn't do that, you never once failed anything. There were a lot of bad things that could
that
happen.
was an insane.
We brought the A game, baby.
You brought the A game for the finale.
Yeah, I don't know why you would fail. It just seems easier to just succeed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's more
Good point.
convenient too for us. You know.
I even have this thing littered with colors in case this one got destroyed. Don't say that. But now I don't. I just ignore all that.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oz at this point will have shifted back into his elven galopin form, and you'll just kind of hear him breathe in deeply and exhale. It certainly smells like spring is in bloom. The natural order has been restored, and things can be renewed once more.
Yes,
A good feeling.
it is a very good feeling.
Vander's gonna collapse on his back, arms splayed out, just bleeding heavily, and just fall asleep instantly.
Now, you wouldn't mind fetching those gems out of the water, would you? I need to tend to my friend here.
Of course. And then, first off, Oz, you still feel that pull towards the green crystal, though Cindrix, you no longer feel a pull towards the red. Fendrick
Is the red there?
It's still there.
Oh,
it didn't shatter. It
Nice.
was still there. Yeah.
Okay.
Fenric steps forward. Well, isn't that something? Jeremiah told us the green crystal was his way off of this place, back to Tolnira. That makes sense given its base molecular properties. You see, each of these crystals are packed with the natural power from their home realm. Don't ask me how we did it. It was the same method we used to make ours. It's very complicated. But the green comes from a world that was rich in connective powers. Powers that intertwine souls. Kind of like the power that Jeremiah used early on. I guess it would make sense that souls touched by gods, as Jeremiah put it, would have a pathway back home. You guys see as Gwen gave out some orders, and these Threnomites are lifting these crystals with large metal tongs, careful not to touch any of them with their skin. Well, as promised, we'll give you access to some of this power before you leave. Here's what I can offer. We have containers that can siphon and hold the power from one of these crystals. We'd offer a container for all of them, but I fear we'll need some of them to rebuild here. And in case something else crosses over in the future, it's clear now that we need to better prepare for that. Anyway, I'll go get the materials. Fenric will explain what each crystal offers, and you can decide which to take.
Well, I'm going to be honest. We probably won't benefit from these at all. Contractually, we have to give up probably whatever you give us. Unless you can make it small and concealable.
We can try. The problem is, once you start extracting, it all has to be extracted. So these containers are the smallest that we can use. And she like points to it, and you can see it's a large metal cylindrical container, probably like half of your body and like a foot in circumference.
What do you think, Cindrix? Think you could shove that up the old prison wallet?
Would that require a roll?
Let me use one of my experiences.
For sure.
Yeah. If you can roll a 30.
No. To be honest, you probably don't have to give us, no, at least me, really anything. I came here, I did my duty as a warden of nature, and to be honest, I'm more interested in your science side of things. I do have some questions, some theories I'd like to chat with you about.
Okay. Well, that's very noble of you, but and I'll give you that information. We can talk. But I would feel remiss if we don't give you some type of reward for helping us. You literally saved our entire people. At least let Fenric explain what they do. And if you still want no part of it, then that's fine. Right. Well, I should start by explaining that all of these powers are fairly unstable. At least we think. We're not sure they'll work if administered directly into the bloodstream. And we were so busy building our home here that we never got to strictly trying. Rishik steps forward. It works. And Fenric kind of looks at him. Right, yeah, it did appear to work on you. But again, we don't know if you were an anomaly or the norm. Either way, I'll explain what our intentions were with each of these.
He's definitely an anomaly. I'll stop you right there.
I will add, yes, he's definitely an anomaly. Their whole family line is.
What are you saying? Cindrix, what are they saying?
I think it's a compliment.
Thank you. And then, Fenric, let's start with the red. It's a good segue into it. It's from a world rich with elemental power. we hyper-focus the power in a way that, if properly administered theoretically, would make the individual immune to elemental powers used against it. They could effectively walk through fire without being harmed. Or I guess I should say, be able to take a barrage of ice from an ice dragon without issue. You kind of see Rishik nod.
Oh, that's how you do
But-
that.
Yes. But I should say, with all of these, the power needs to be administered delicately. If directly grabbed, there's a chance you'll be realm shifted immediately to their home world. Except for the green, of course, that one is a true anomaly. I'm getting ahead of myself. Next is the blue. This is from a world rich in restorative power. Think of it like medicine for everything. One wielding this power may be able to mend a dying tree simply by flicking a wrist at it. Next is purple. This is from a strange, bizarre world. I honestly can't even explain what the world looked like because it was different to each of us. Regardless, the power here would allow the user a very useful set of neuropsychological powers. Not mind reading, but things that are close enough. I'll be honest, that one scares me. I fear it would be easy to lose your own mind if you hold that power. And finally, the orange. On that one's world, power was hard to quantify. We ended up calling it luck. It was a world in which the ability to perform well just kinda teamed with potential. It's hard to explain, but if administered properly, again in theory, the individual may never be at the wrong ends of a fight ever again. Now finally, I know I just said finally, but we need to talk about the green. It is different than the rest. It's actually very similar to our own crystal, which is what allowed us to realm shift in the first place, not the green, our crystal. But this one seems unstable to us, so we stored it away. We're not sure if there are any powers to be gleaned from it, other than the ability to transport realms. And I fear if we tried, then we'd be cutting off your way home. Gwen walks back over with the large cylinder metal container. There's one more vital part that he did not mention. All of these powers, we think, would have consequences when held. We saw it in the creatures on the realms we visited. They sound great, but maybe aside from the obvious risk of the purple. But I would be wary. If I were you, I would not wield these powers without a full understanding of what they can do. She kind of looks again at Rishik. That being said, do you want to take one with you?
Just to be clear, out of game,
Yeah.
we get to choose one
get
of
to
these
choose
powers
one.
to take home.
She's going to siphon it into the container, so the power will be held, and you are going to be able to take it when you attempt to realm shift back home.
So that leaves here. I'm gonna huddle us three together, and Rishik.
Yeah, I will. As this description was going on, I will have just appeared kind of behind Oz, standing as my batteries
Well,
have recharged.
I'm sitting there
already.
mending you, so
Oh,
you'll
okay,
probably
okay.
just sit up.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever we get back, you're right, Oz. They're gonna take what we have.
Yes.
What if one of us absorbs this power right now?
It worked
Is
with
it-
me.
Is it? Oh Jesus!
You
It's Rishik.
part of this?
Yeah. He was there.
It was an eclipse.
Yeah.
Turns
I guess
out Rishik was
it's
over
Cindrix
us.
is huddling up. He's going to include him.
Yeah.
Was the
What happened to
indication that we
yours?
can only use it once, or is it as many times as we want? But just it's a temporary boost, and then while you have it, there's negative side effects. That was my understanding.
I understood it as you get the power, but it has a curse.
Boons and malices.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
don't think it's a one-time use thing. That was what I was picturing. It fills you with a new...
Maybe we should ask for clarification.
It's not a
before we make
one-time
decision.
use.
Which one did you take, brother?
I was
What?
forcibly given the red. Like they say, it is true about grabbing it with your bare hands. I was escaping when I held the line for Jeremiah. And then I crashed through and grabbed the crystal. It was the only thing I could think of. I was transported to a world, like he said, strong with elemental powers. The only reason I survived was because of the power I absorbed when I went across. But I was lost. Lost for months. And now that you guys are, like, out of the fight, you can tell, like, well, I guess, Syndrix, you would only tell that he's skinnier than he was before.
Yeah.
He's still a beast, but he's
He
definitely
looks
tattered
tiny.
up. Yeah. All of a sudden, I started feeling a pull toward something. So I went that way, and I found it was like a tear in space. Just a crevice in reality. But I couldn't quite pass through until suddenly I could. And when I did, I found myself back where it started, with the dragon. But I
And
still
us.
feel the power. I still feel it coursing through. It has remained.
What of
Do you feel
consequences? Yes.
I don't feel any yet.
I can't
Yeah.
taste strawberries.
I'm out. I don't want it.
I don't know. I don't feel that different. I'm in pain, but I've been growing worse and worse in pain the longer I've had to scourge for food.
Well, I'll take a look at you here shortly. Oh, and by the way, Aruvian, this feels like a bad time to bring this up, but you should know. Unfortunately, Jeremiah has recently passed. I don't know if you heard that quite yet.
You met him.
Yes, he stayed alive just long enough. He stood his grounds to the very end to protect these people.
He finally stood up for something then.
He sure did. After what appeared to be many stiff drinks.
That sounds like Jeremiah.
He died a hero.
But to get back to the topic at hand, I personally would rather this ability not come back home with us.
I could use the blue one? The one that heals and fixes things.
He's
Well,
right. We could
all-
use that.
All things must decay. It's one of the major tenets of renewal.
What about
To-
things that were destroyed?
If something was destroyed, it can be rebuilt. Foundations can be reset.
What if you don't have the resources? What if you don't have the help?
Syndrix kind of like steps. Does he know?
What are you talking about?
I haven't told anyone.
Well, then it's not my place to tell either.
Oz.
Yes.
You know the Aruvish people were very proud.
Yes, I'm aware. They would constantly
At the
turn
same
down.
time,
Oh, yes.
very humble. So we don't like to ask for help. As I believe you were about to say.
Well, yes, they hardly needed it. Frankly, they were the military powerhouse of the region. Something they really like to strong arm into our villages.
We were fair, but we can talk about that later. But the point is, I don't think you'll have that issue any further.
What do you mean?
I'm sure at this point it's about half a year now or more. You guys probably had quite the storm hit your beach. That
Half a
storm
year
was-
ago?
Roughly.
The Great Wave, yes.
Well, that was more than just a great wave to our islands. Our people are gone. There's
What?
only a fraction of us left. That's why Rishik took the walk in the first place. I left them to save Rishik so that we could go back and use whatever riches we found here to get resources. And I know it's pathetic. People who can't even take care of themselves. But we're trying.
Oswald kind of shift himself and just kind of look away for a second. For like shaking his head and turning towards you. And, reach his arm out and grab your shoulder. Let's get this straight for a second. Are you telling me that the Aruvish Islands are wiped? Decimated by that great wave?
Gone. The Izith Core Monastery destroyed. Splinters. What's remained of us, we've all located to one of the smaller islands up north that was the least affected, but still.
No, that shouldn't be. On the Aruvish Islands, there was the Warden of the Sea. Sure, he had problems with a lot of the decisions made. He didn't know what to do. I've spoke to him often, but the only thing he told me is it's perhaps best if nature takes its course.
You're saying there's someone responsible for this?
Not responsible. But perhaps somebody withheld warning. I knew of that storm approaching days in advance. I sent runners to coastal villages. It's one of my duties. I didn't think he would do something such as that, though.
Where is he?
Well, I'm not sure.
I know it's not my place, but news of the Izthkor Monastery, it spread while you were on your first walk, and after, when you were paraded around. It's somewhat common knowledge. I didn't know you didn't know. There are rumors. They don't all reflect positively on Seabend either.
Really?
It's just rumors. I don't want to instigate.
I mean, Seabend is so small.
There were those that had issues with the Aruvish Isles. Clearly,
Certainly.
You've voiced your concerns in the past. It's not out of the question. I doubt it was one person. But, rumors, it's probably somewhere in between.
Now, Evander, I know how rumors can spread. Luckily, I have some level-headed children there. I'm sure they're doing everything they can. I'm sure they found out by now. Listen, Sindrix. Rishik. The people of the Bent Bay and the western coast, they're willing to help. It may be difficult to accept it, but I believe in the nature of many things. The spider will trap and eat the fly rendered helpless by the web. That's in its nature. The wolf feels no sorrow for the deer that it brings down. It's in its nature. And people, well, it's in their nature to help each other. Not all of them may want to, and some may prefer to help themselves. But the people I know in that area, it's in their nature to help.
Understand.
Like Benric coughs, like how long are you guys gonna talk?
Yeah.
You know?
I understand.
Not the time.
Rishik kind of like puts a hand on your shoulder, Oz. Thank you for those words, and we will follow up with your people. Regardless if we can take this power for ourselves, at the least, it will gain us coin. And that is the best, only option we have to start rebuilding.
Well-
Oz, you say that it's in people's nature to help. That is not my experience. You're very, very wise. And the city or the town of Seabend sounds wonderful. I don't think you know what's out there, though. If we bring a power like this back, sure, you can sell it. It will help you build back the Aruvish Isles and do some people a lot of good. But every time the power dynamic shifts in Tulnira as a result of something that comes out of the maw, countless innocent lives are taken. Kingdoms are overthrown. That's where I came from. A kingdom that's been locked in war over shit that came out of this maw for years. It doesn't breed anything good. And certainly it is not in those people's nature to be kind and help each other. You will save yourselves some time in rebuilding, but you'll doom countless others.
Which is also why I vote against bringing something out. I had the same foresight.
You say
However,
innocent people will die. Our innocent people already died.
Will this
Well-
bring them back?
It can save those who are left.
So can you.
absolutely.
With nothing?
Not nothing. You don't have nothing.
Well, then what do I have? A few more abilities. I have no
What?
money. My brother, my only living kin, has no money.
What do you mean? We got paid handsomely.
Hey, he has not been updated on that.
Well, yes. I mean, Reginald, Cindrix, and I actually got paid handsomely for our touring.
And you have influence. When
Yes.
you return from the walk,
Correct.
countless people will come to help you. It's not in their nature to help, but
Wait,
with the right incentive.
you've returned once already.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yes.
went on a walk. You weren't there, so I went back in a second time.
Oh,
Not me, actually. This is a first. I'm kind of.
He's doing great, though.
I
not,
will say,
not bad for a first time.
you are very wise for a child.
I'm not that
Yeah,
young,
okay.
man. Come on. Thank you.
He's gonna look at you, Cindrix. You came in after me, returned, and then came in again.
Of course. I knew you were never dead. I was just hoping that you were still in one piece.
He's gonna step towards you. And then, kind of slowly, awkwardly, as if this isn't something he's used to doing, he's gonna offer a hug and put an arm around you.
I will equally as awkwardly embrace.
Oz will nudge Evander. Hey, it's not me this time.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
Whoa.
the first time I've seen either of them be bad at something.
We'll,
Right.
we'll get through this. I think Oz, he's one of the good ones.
Thank you.
We can trust him. I know that our family has hated the Galapin for a century. No, I'm just kidding.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
We
they're
speak in
delicious.
jest.
Yeah,
All right.
we can trust him.
Well, there's really only one person left on Tolnera that I do trust right now, and that's you, Cindrix. So I will take your word, and I will trust your friends. Fenric kind of walks over. So did you make a decision?
We're taking the
think we
blue
have.
one. I'm just kidding.
It's like,
We-
wait.
Yeah. We are going to choose to deny this gift. Use them all to rebuild for your people. The great gift you can give us here will go to waste. Back at our
Gwen steps up. You know, when you guys arrived, I instantly knew you were brave. And, Evander, you speak of heroes often. But just know that you guys, you really are heroes. We are forever thankful to you, Tolnerians. Maybe someday in the future, we shall cross paths again. Oz, you wanted to speak with me before you
Yes.
leave?
I have some theories. Is there any medical practitioners on the boat?
Absolutely. And she'll take you over to a few Tolnerians.
As
I mean,
Oz will
Thermites.
reach into his pouch and he'll pull out one of the vials of mold. Now you said something about science and and he'll start chatting with them.
Okay, yeah.
Have a little sidebar.
And you guys will talk for a little while as Gwen and Fenric and Elson are kind of giving their final thank yous to the rest of you. Then eventually, Oz, you'll come back over with some new knowledge that we can discuss later.
I'm sure Reginald will like that information.
And
I'm
Gwen,
drawing a picture of Rishik and Cindrix hugging.
they're still just embraced. We're gonna get
When are
through
we
this.
supposed to let go?
You let go first. No, you let go first.
Well,
Yeah, it turns into a competition.
Yeah. I'm never let it go.
Gwen
I
kind of
love the
walks
shit
over.
out of you, man.
Yeah.
Toxic masculine love.
They've never had to show this emotion before. Okay, Gwen walks over with this green crystal like in giant tongs and sets it on the ground in front of you. Well, I wish you all a safe realm shift home. Again, us Threnomites are forever thankful. And you, and if anyone on Tolnera that you trust, are always welcome here on Haven Pass.
Can I get
very much.
like a
I'm
shirt
gonna.
or maybe my coat that I made earlier if you still have
Oh.
it?
Yeah, absolutely.
souvenir.
And they like come over with the rabbit coat, and literally some Threnomites take the clothes off of their backs. Some of the
No,
larger
no.
ones.
I don't need yours.
Oh.
If you have an extra one, I'll go without. It's much warmer where we're going.
Yeah, you just have the coat.
Yeah, forget you're still just like.
Yeah,
You're gonna be pretty cold.
He was doing fine. It's a warm
Yeah,
We
breeze
do
coming
this
through
all
now.
day.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
warm
that's
now.
true.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay. So, I think I have to give you a gift, a little party gift, to Gwen.
what's that?
I'm gonna pull out the yellow gem, the knowledge gem.
Oh,
This gem makes you pure genius, but I don't need it anymore. I'm already a genius.
she takes
Uh.
it. The second her hand grabs it, this gem is yellow already, and her glowing yellow light kind of shines through
He's
it.
actually probably knowledgeable too.
Yeah, and you see like this moment of like something like snaps into her head. Wow, this is actually very useful, Cindrix.
We'll say actually.
Like I said,
I didn't mean to say it like that, but thank you.
of course.
He had it the whole time.
Wish you best of luck in your adventures.
Wow,
Thank you.
we
for
could
all
have
your
used this early on. That would have been a lot.
help. I
help.
used it, and it was pretty pivotal.
Oh,
actually.
Great. Well, I'm glad it got. We will certainly use this. Thank you.
It enhanced his tactical genius.
Well, I definitely saw that on display.
Yeah, it was a little bit
often.
overkill, but whatever.
It's a hat on a hat, yeah.
Okay, like the portal seed, you guys, including Rishik now, reach toward the green crystal to touch it at the exact same moment. The instant your fingers touch, an electrical zing rushes down your spines. The green crystal pulses, then a massive bolt of black lightning crashes down from the sky, and it collides with you all. It barely stings though, far less than you would expect, and black smoke erupts around all of you guys, obscuring your vision from anything. Then it clears, and you find yourself standing in the temple, hands on the statue of the God of Midnight, back on God's gullet. The door opens, and you see an adventurer walk in, ready to pledge to a god before taking the walk. And in fact, it's the orc who called out from the crowd, criticizing Evander. And
I'm gonna turn and look at him in
Yes.
my bloodied rabbit
Literally
cloak with my
bloodied,
helmet
cut
dented,
body.
cut up body underneath it, bleeding, with my sword drawn,
Sword
And I
drawn
just say-
and this cape around you.
and I'm still not gonna say anything. I'm gonna freeze
Yeah.
and just stare at him. In the inside of the
Sorkus-
helmet, I'm panicking, but it's just like death stare.
He sees you and immediately drops to a knee as if in supreme awe.
Oz will pat the statue.
That's awesome.
Another night meets its dawn. Ah. Another story to tell you, Hilny. And Oz will start walking out.
Yeah. You guys walk out the other side where
Back
this
into God's gullet.
Yeah. You walk out and this cleric was waiting there, expecting this orc to come out, and he sees you guys. He's like, "Oh, by the gods! They've returned again!" And he like starts running into town just screaming, "They've returned again! They've returned again!"
We brought a friend.
This is actually my first.
You guys spend the next day going through the debriefing process. This time, the Greenleaf Collective is much more thorough, questioning you guys exactly
New Leaf
how
Collective.
you've done it.
Yeah.
The New Leaf Collective is much more thorough, questioning you guys thoroughly on how you've done this now twice. You are the first ever group, Syndrix and Oz, to return more than once in history of Tolnera. So if you guys thought you were celebrities before, yeah, things are about to get
On the
crazy.
wrong side.
Yeah, you're on the wrong side. Is it mirrored for you?
Really? I'm bottom. Really?
Yeah, but
There you
your
go.
camera must
Yeah.
be mirrored. Yeah, you were
No,
reaching
no,
off
Oz,
screen.
you're doing it too. It's
No,
Travis
you're
is the other
both
side.
doing it.
Really? Okay,
Yes.
there you
This
go.
is the worst high five ever.
Yeah.
We can cut
feels
it.
so
We can
weird.
just cut.
Yeah.
Let's actually just start the whole session over. Yeah.
Yeah, we blew it right at the end.
So
I
these
guess
guys are
probably
questioning
different,
you a lot, but again, you've brought nothing back aside from a few things. They look at the horn with the gems on it and deem that it's worth nothing and give it back to you, as well as anything else that you're still carrying from there. They took them at first, but give them back near the end.
Like that was on my ledger.
Yes.
The horn is from here. Also, it's a dead guy's limb. Like,
Yeah.
they don't want that for sure.
You guys thinks well, okay, so you guys finish and you walk out of a building in the heart of God's Gullet, having just gotten paid, despite not having anything. Thanks to Oz's meticulous work on the contracts, you are completely free from the New Leaf Collective already. And not only that, but like I said, you guys have been paid. It is an amount of money that we will decide later that you can split among you. And you can decide how you're going to divvy that up. There's 5 of you, including, well, 4 of you, including Rishik.
Now, Syndrix, you seemed confused about the payment. It said in our previous contract, and I talked to Reginald about this, that we would get paid for our venture as long as we ask about it. You did read the first contract, right?
You guys read those things.
Yes, it's very important.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't important to me.
What about all that money they were going to pay you? You just had to ask about it. That wasn't part of the contract.
They'll give me the money.
Well, not contractually. That once the contract ended, that severed it.
Contractual.
I talked to Reginald about it. That's how we remember all the travel expenses we bought.
Word out there.
You can have mine if you need it.
Listen.
Cedric.
Well,
I'll just
still,
have a word with them.
well,
Rishik
frankly, I don't really need any of those funds. I'd sent pretty much all of it back to Seabend. I just have a little trifle to get things here and there. If you and Rearshek would just like to take the earnings, seems you need it more.
Well,
Now, I won't speak for Evander.
I already
Perhaps
offered.
Evander needs a new set of armor.
Oh, well,
Maybe a shirt.
I'll figure something
You
out.
guys
I don't
are-
need this much money for a shirt or armor.
I don't know what to say. Besides, yes.
Good
And
answer,
thank
brother.
you. We will return this kindness. We owe you, both of you.
No, you don't.
Technically, yes, I do. You were giving me money.
You saved our lives by killing the dragon. So really, we're just paying you the bounty of the dragon.
Well, I couldn't have done it.
I wouldn't really give Cindrix that much credit. Rearshik, shit, you did great.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Cindrix?
Rishik.
Shik, yes. Sorry, something caught in my throat.
But
And Cindrix, listen, I know we might not have gotten along this whole time, but you have changed my views slightly about the Arubian people.
yes,
And it is, I will say, it is very noble what you're doing.
I'm trying.
I will admit, I kind of thought you were just a fool on a quest for fame and glory. But as it turns out, your heart is bigger than I suspected. And it can pump a lot of blood. Because you bleed quite a bit.
Yeah, it's huge, actually.
Way bigger than yours.
Anatomically,
Yeah.
they're the biggest on most of the creatures on Tolnera.
You have that
Anyways.
fact checked?
No.
No, it's just go by feeling. Alright. I saw it in a dream.
Yes.
As you guys are starting to walk away, there are immense crowds that are gathering around you guys and
Oh,
like
God.
shouting out, and you guys are celebrities. But somehow, Oz, you worked into the contract. You see New Leaf Collective workers trying to get these people off of you because it's in the clauses that
Yep.
you got them to leave these people to leave you alone.
No, alright, we'll be in town for a few days.
You guys do see, though, far from the crowd, near a few shops, a woman standing, looking cold despite the comfortable air, arms wrapped around herself, a fawn, Madeline.
I'll approach. Madeline, was it?
You guys made it back. She looks at Rishik, and then realization comes over her. Oh. I see.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this, but Frederick, he's dead. But I did kiss him on the cheek, like you asked.
Was he dead when you found him?
He died fighting. I didn't know him, My brother
A
did.
Fred sickle.
but yes,
Rishik steps forward. I knew him. You see, they say heroes are born in the bold moments. but they're also forged in the quiet moments. Your boyfriend, Frederick, he was good in those quiet moments. He kept us strong, kept us together, and he spoke of you often. He loved you, Madeline. He was excited to return home. I tried, and I failed to protect him. But he is, and will be remembered as a hero. You guys see Madeline? Some tears coming down. Thank you for saying that. I wish I could have gone in with you guys. Wish I would have been brave enough.
There was no place for a lady.
I just wish he was here.
I'm sorry. I know it's not much, but I'm gonna take off the fur coat, and I'm gonna kind of hide the horn and wrap it in it. I'm gonna say, I don't know if you're ready to see this. I'm not really sure how this works, but I didn't think that his remains should stay on that plane. I was able to get one of his horns, so if you wanted to give him a burial here, it doesn't have to just be ceremonial. And I'll hand the wrapped up cloak towards her.
She'll take it and kind of like unwrap it enough just to glimpse it, and then like immediately covers it again. You see like her hand starts shaking and she bites her lip as more tears come down. You don't know how much this means to me, Evander. This is exactly what I needed. Then she starts crying pretty heavily.
Just stand next to her, but not invade her space. Be there if she needs me.
The crowd's starting to gather around us again. Madeline will be in town for a few days. At least, I will be. Perhaps we'll stop by for some tea, maybe.
Can I ask, could you guys be there when I bury this?
I'd be happy to.
Of course.
Maybe.
Rishik like nudges you, Sindrix.
All right.
We will be there. Thank you. She shudders a breath, and then seeing the crowd forming, walks the opposite way.
All right. Game faces once again, boys. Well, before we get crowded out, what will you boys do now?
Well,
Is this goodbye, Sindrix?
I was gonna say, Rishik and I, we have some. And I got what I wanted. And I don't know. I'm leaving now, but hopefully I'll see you all again.
Yes.
If you guys go back in, good luck.
Well, I'm still looking for more stories. Evander, did you find what you're looking for in there?
Yeah. And now that I did, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh?
I mean, like, you're smart, but you can't take a hit without me.
No. Where do you think I was when it was just, Sindrix and Reginald?
I heard that you actually almost died in that time.
Ah, that was just tall tales. Syndrix was just trying to exaggerate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably fair. Well, either way, if you'll have me, I finally feel like I don't know, I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Oz will put a hand on your shoulder and kind of stare at your helmet. Thank you. I'll gladly take your company. And with everything you've shown so far, I will say I'm quite proud to have you with me.
Same blank stare that he gave the guy in the crowd.
Yep. Although we
Gonna-
will need a third.
As you say that, this crowd is getting closer, and you see a familiar face step forward in front of them. You see a little purple chipmunk on this guy's shoulder. He's got a cap.
Return.
Well, I'll be damned. You boys made it back. And with that,
Yeah.
we conclude this mini arc of our Daggerheart series.
Yeah!
Nice.
Our boy's back!
Yeah. So,
Nice
fun
work.
fact for you viewers out there. This was my first time ever being a GM, and it was super fun. So, expect to see more from me in the future with that.
If
for the
we
immediate
allow
future-
it.
Yeah, if they allow it. Of course.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, of course.
We'll talk, yeah.
For the immediate future, though, we will be continuing in this series, so be sure to tune in next week as we start our third mini arc in the Daggerheart series. We'll be continuing on this homebrewed world, playing within the Daggerheart. I think I've said that 4 times now. And
Daggerheart.
Dylan will be taking the helm as the game master.
Yeah! Who would have thought, now that he's found a reason to depart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, this has been RERole. I hope all you out there enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed playing. We will see you guys next time.
I wonder who's gonna have the 4th session.
Okay.
Stay tuned to find out.
It's me again.
All right.
Yeah.